That sounds like it's going to suck.
Do we have everybody?
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, you made it.
Okay. Very good. So, as I was saying, last week you guys made it to an inn, and you were sent out to find out why the trolls were attacking the inn. And you found out why. It's because there was one of the damn fire giants dicking with the trolls. This is after, of course, you fought some barbarians who accosted you. However, you did resurrect the ones who had fallen and sent them on their way. And we left off after the combat.
And a glorious combat it was.
It was indeed quite glorious.
That crown of madness, though.
Super useful.
So, let's keep following the troll tracks.
Do it.
Don't we think we're done now? Like, that is what caused it, and we can go back and be like, yo, that was a fire giant, and we're done?
Well, I guess. Without the giant around, the trolls will probably lay off. I didn't know if we wanted to actually find the trolls and be like, hey, stop it.
I'm all for completing the quest, but, like, I don't think we need to be messing with the whole ecosystem.
Yeah,
I think it worked out pretty good beforehand.
Between the barbarians and the trolls, we could probably just...
Yeah, we can probably just go back.
Did we loot stuff?
We looted one of the giant rods,
Okay.
and we should probably check to see if there's something adamantine under where we're at, because there was a fire giant looking around. And the last place we had fire giants, there was a giant piece of adamantine.
Now that is a plan of action I can get behind.
All right. So if you guys take a short rest to attune to their rod, because you didn't bring your own with you, you can curse the detect object spells looking for adamantine. You do not find any adamantine.
That is a sad day.
Yes, these moors are quite large, so you suspect you've encountered not only the ones who attacked Tribor, but also some other ones. It seems that they wander and are searching for something, although it's much more rare than you would hope.
10 miles, right?
10
I believe
miles.
so.
Yeah, sure.
That ain't much at all considering the size of the moor.
I'm
That
not
is
familiar.
short. It's quite.
10 miles seems really big until you realize how big the world is, and then it doesn't seem so big anymore.
Yeah, the moor is about 100 miles across.
So I'm going to go with the idea that there might
Actually,
be some adamantine in the
Actually,
moor.
a little more.
I think we got the giant before the giant found the adamantine.
Yeah, I think he was sending the trolls into town for food while he walked the moor searching for what he was looking for.
Probably right.
I'm all for being out of this place.
Yep. Let's
Well,
head back,
since
shall we?
since we're tuned, unless y'all want to look around anymore.
We've already looked around one more.
I mean, let's just head back and kind of like use it periodically on the way back. But I don't need to spend any extra time in here to like search for adamantine. If you guys don't.
All right, yeah, let's head on back.
Word.
All right, you head on back. It's going to be a couple days journey back. You're able to get a couple miles back towards the south, following your previous trail. Your ranger who's able to get you without survival checks as night starts to fall. Do you guys rest, or do you guys go on through the darkness?
I say we set up camp and start a fire.
Are we still in the moors or are we out of the moors?
Oh, no, it took a couple days to get here to the moors. You got a couple days back.
Yeah, let's set up camp.
I mean, I'm okay going through the night if it's only going to be like one night trip. I have night vision.
It was 2.5 days here. Tonight, it would still take you more than
Okay,
a
so
day.
it would be 2 nights. Okay, so let's just camp then.
Yeah, not all of us had night vision, unfortunately.
All right. You guys pitch camp. Anybody have anything wish to do before you go to bed?
Nope.
No, I'm good.
I don't have anything I want to do.
I feel like we're just gonna watch Ryle play with his rod a lot.
Hey, my rod's back at the other place. This is one of y'all's.
Do we have enough, like, would the single horse that we currently have attached to the cart be able to pull another 100-pound rod? I think we might need to buy some more draft
if you have
horses.
one horse. Yeah, if you have one horse, that would put a pretty big strain on.
Yeah, let's get some more draft horses, and then we'll talk about hooking this up to the cart too.
Should we use a rod to find a horse? That was a joke.
Actually, we could.
Yes, but it only have a quarter mile range in that case, unless the horse.
Once
had
we
the
get to
adamantine
town, once we get to town, we can use the rod to find out where the horse man is. The I don't know what the name of a horse seller is. What that term is.
So it's somebody carting this 100-pound, 10-foot rod along with them.
Of course
Nah.
not. We got the golems doing it.
They're carrying it like PJ's
How's
carried
one
the
of the-
log.
How
All
strong
three
are
of
the
them are
golems?
carrying it together. What's their strength score?
Well, there's 4 of them.
Okay.
Sharing the load.
They have a strength score of 10 each.
Are they small or medium creatures?
They're medium.
Medium. Yeah, so they're average human strength. Give me just I would be a strength check, so just regular D20 for them.
It's gonna fall on them and kill all of them, isn't it?
If you roll a 1, it might.
I rolled a 3.
Okay, no, they're not. They are unable. Even the 4 of them together are unable to move that.
Caldress will help.
I mean, they can drag it, but it's too awkward. They're not able to work together.
Caldress
Okay.
will lend his aid in carrying this damn thing through the swamp. I'm not exactly scouting or doing anything of use.
All right. So with one of the PCs helping, they're able to kind of mount underneath and walk with it.
This has got to be the
Walk on
funniest looking caravan.
Are you judging us?
I mean, I'm judging myself, I guess, as I am part of it, but yes.
Ever seen a man take his rod on a walk? Jeez. Alright,
All
so
right,
we
so you guys
camp
get
for the
that.
night.
Camp for the night. Go through the night, no issues. Elders, you wake up spooning your rod, and through the mist you see a single old man approaching you with what look like antlers coming out of his head
Are they elk
through
antlers?
the mists of the moors.
Elk antlers?
Yes. Or something along those lines.
This is really weird. Not to detract from the session, but in my other game, my ranger literally just saw a weird woman with elk antlers through the snow, and then she vanished. Like, that happened last night.
Well, this man is walking towards you.
Oh.
Does he appear to have
Human?
noticed us?
Like
or
human
just, like,
or elf?
coincidentally walking towards us?
If you guys give me a perception check if you like.
14 on Keldrus.
All right. Calders, with your 18, as you look at him, he seems to be
I rolled a 26.
He's 26. All right. Calders, he's walking with a stick, kind of bent over. Verabrar, you're pretty sure this is a very old man. His hair is long and white. Also, it doesn't appear to have antlers himself. You can see a helmet, so he seems to have some sort of maybe it might be a ceremonial helm because it wouldn't be very protective. But he's definitely approaching you, seemingly alone.
Calder's just gonna kind of pick up his shield and make ready, and scratch his neck kind of and be like, "Do you think that's one of the barbarian tribesmen?"
I'm gonna assume he's not here to fight because antlers on a helmet in a real fight would be quite possibly the worst decision you could make. If someone could just use the antlers to flip your helmet off with a sword.
Yeah, but like, he could be some sort of shaman or spiritual leader for the tribes around here, right?
It's true. He could also be magic, which would make the aspect of a shitty helmet less important. But I'm gonna say we go forward friendly.
Yeah, let's not go making any more
You'll
enemies
stop.
we don't have to.
He will stop about 100 feet away from you, kind of in a small crest. It's not really a crest, but there's a divot in the ground that he's on the other side of. He just kind of leans against his staff and stares at you for a few moments.
I'm going
Should we
to
go talk?
I'm going to raise a hand in kind of a salute / wave, that we have identified he is coming, and don't overtly mean harm.
All right. He will raise his hand back towards you. He will say in a kind of reedy but still firm voice, I understand you had an encounter with some of my men the other day.
Oh, he's the boss.
Quick, guys, what did the barbarians call themselves? There was a word for their tribe or something.
Oh, shit.
Oh no, I didn't write it down.
Yeah, there's no way I remember that.
Calders will kind of approach so that we're not screaming 100 feet towards each other and say, yeah, we had a bit of a misunderstanding.
He nods and he says, yes, there's a misunderstanding. You misunderstood that you were welcome here. They misunderstood that you can go wherever you please, it seems. He kind of chuckles at himself a little bit. He says, my name is Rond Varson. That's Rondvarson. I am the chief of the Elk tribe of the Uthgard people.
Nice to meet you.
Sorry, I was
He
writing.
nods his head and says, likewise. It is unusual when the people you are running off your land spare the lives of the warriors who are fallen. That is not common among our people, and not even less common among you city folk who occasionally venture out.
Well,
we have. Go ahead.
Well, we tried to explain when we first came into your lands. We didn't mean your people any harm. The trolls of the moors have been attacking Collinhorns, and we sought only to find out why and to stop it. We have no interest in harming your people or taking your land.
He says, wondering why. The city folk not even know why the trolls attack or what else is going on in this world. The giants have gone crazy. Your best bet is to stay out of their way. They will crush whoever comes in their way.
They've certainly been trying.
He nods and he looks back and he sees the massive rod. He says, I see you destroyed the one that was afflicting the Moors. That is good work. They are hard to kill. You are worthy city folk, unusual. In the old days, despite your deeds, I would have had to kill you. But I'm a little old, and I'm a little tired of fighting. I can. I'm good at it. It's kind of boring now. I think that I will let you live. And he'll take off his helmet. And, Caldus, you said you approached him?
Yeah, I wasn't like in melee range or anything, but I wanted to get close enough that we could have an actual conversation without screaming 100 feet.
Okay. Then he will step forward a couple steps, and he'll set the helmet down on the ground and step back and say, the Elk Tribe wander from the Evermoors and all the land north of the river you call Desarin, between the city of Yartar and Nanar's Hold. I have fought these people, and I have traded with these people for many years. They are not welcome in my land. If you pass through, if you wear that helmet, you will not be accosted. All that we ask is that you stay away from our spirit mound in a place to the east in Flint Rock.
West?
Fair.
I'm sorry, a place to the west, rather, called Flint Rock.
I'm gonna lean over to Arathiel and whisper that this dude reminds me of Zephyros. Like, you need to take him seriously, but he's kooky as hell.
Arathil will offer to go back and sing tales of the great might of his warriors in the effort to deter others from venturing out here.
He kind of laughs and says, yes, sing the might of the warriors. Not so much to drive away people who would come through, but to entice more fools so we can loot their bodies. Either way is fine.
He'll laugh and say, I'm sure I could spin it in such a way to entice, I can't think of a fancier word for fools.
He nods and says, yes, young men with bloodlust are often fools. That is why we old men choose our battles wisely. And he'll kind of stand up a bit straighter next to his staff and nod his head at you and say, remember to wear the helmet so my people know to let you pass. And he will disappear back into the mists.
All right, who wants the badass helmet?
Well, that was strange.
I mean, Verabrar, you're heading out front. Clearly, you should be wearing the helmet, right? And Calders will chuckle.
I'm gonna take a look at the helmet. Let's see what it does. If it has any other properties aside from just being a cool-looking helmet.
All right. Let's see here. First off, give me. Let's see if it is magic. Give me a deep. Well, first off, you want high or low?
Sorry, what? I was trying to keep my calculus.
That's
I missed something.
Yeah, you did.
he said it makes you horny.
Oh, very nice. Well done. You have disadvantage on your next roll. You want high or low?
Let's see.
Can I tell you after the roll?
No.
How about middle? I'm just kidding. I'll go low.
Low. All right. Roll me a d100. If it's a 20 or under, it'll be magical.
86.
Okay.
It was you had
It
said
is just
high.
It is just a helmet. It allows you to traverse areas and not be attacked by barbarians. That's its magical power.
It's a handy power to have.
Yeah, that is a pretty good power.
I mean, situational, definitely, but very strong.
Well, looks like Galdris is going to get ready to spend another 8-hour day carrying a rod.
All right. Very good. Continue
just
on
switch.
your way. Sorry?
I'm going to wear the helmet for the time being, so we don't get attacked by more barbarians.
All right. Very good. So wearing your dashing new helmet, by the way, it's not dashing at all. It's ugly and heavy and unwieldy, but it keeps you safer, so you wear it. You continue on through the day. Let's see here. Matt, you're first on the list. Give me a D20 roll.
Okay. I rolled a 10.
Okay. You get through the day. You don't see anything coming towards you. Nothing more dangerous than a rabbit or some turkeys or whatever else might inhabit a moor. And you're able to get back to your first campsite. You know you're about a day away from Calling Horns. What do you guys wish to do?
Well, there's nothing in particular that I need, so I guess we'll just camp for the night. Unless y'all need anything else.
So if we go through the night this night, will we make it back to town?
If you go through the night tonight, you can make it back to town about nightfall tomorrow.
Okay. Do we think that's worth it? Speeding it up a day?
That's a long walk carrying a stick.
I'm just saying because we don't have a tiny hut this campaign. I'm more wary about camping.
That is true. I didn't think about that. I mean, we might take another day in Calling Horns just to recuperate before getting on the road if we spend a solid 24 hours marching.
That's true. Okay, we can camp then.
We got the helmet. We dealt with the trolls. What's the worst that could happen?
No.
Oh, why did you say that?
Don't you know the rule about saying that? Come on.
All right. Well, I rolled for it, and you guys don't encounter anything in the evening, so you are able to wake up in the morning, wested, with no issues.
Alrighty.
I don't like that he says you get to wake up in the morning. I guess it's time to head back.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
And
Continue on. Barabar, since you were scouting a bit ahead, go ahead and give me another D to see if you encounter anything on your way back to town.
I rolled a 9.
9. All right. Again, your way seems very clear. You suspect that as you get closer to town, the wilds kind of get pushed back a bit. And you are able to get back towards the end of the night, or towards the end of the day. Sun's not setting, but it's early evening.
Excellent. So let's head back to that same inn, because didn't we get this quest from the innkeeper lady anyway?
Believe so.
I think there's one in.
Isn't this
There
town
would be
just
one-
an inn, basically? Like the whole town is the inn, or built around the inn?
Kinda.
Yes, the town, it's very much a waypoint on the road. The inn is the central feature. Well, the central feature is the pile of orc skulls. The inn is ancillary to that.
That's reasonable.
Once we get back, Arafil's going to take some time to cast Prestidigitation on all the stuff he forgot to mention that he has that would probably make the other his companions a bit jealous, like the pillows and and blankets that he travels with, all the items of luxury that he lugs around.
Wait, you had camping equipment and didn't tell us?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you saw me sleep in it every night, and I didn't offer to share, like bedroll and blanket and feathered pillows. Yeah.
All right.
Lavender perfume he sprays on his pillow every night.
All right, then you make your way back into the inn. As you walk in, looks like a caravan has come through for the night, and Tamlin is standing behind the bar. She sprays up and says, you guys were gone for quite a while. I was kind of thinking that the trolls ate you.
No, and I can't recommend troll meat either. Kind of tough.
Oh, yes, and also poisonous. I don't recommend eating it.
Oh,
What's
that's good to know.
What did you find out there in the moors? Anything interesting? Anything useful?
You want this, Arafel, or
I'm good. You seem to have
You're not gonna
full
sing.
control over it. No, I'm good.
I think
I'll tell
there's-
her that.
no? I'm sorry. I was gonna mention the troll dick jokes happening in Roll20 chat.
I wasn't even going there.
I'm so sorry that I missed that. Anyways,
I think it was more of a poison joke, but I can see why it's similar to the once you go black joke.
Right. So,
This
Tamlin.
bartender is just staring at us now, like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
yes, basically.
It took a couple of days travel into the moor, and we had to fend off an attack by the elk tribe. But we were able to uncover what's been causing such unrest in the troll population.
And we got this nice helmet.
And we did get a nice helmet, yes. Turns out that, much like in the towns to the west, the giants have a presence here. So there was a fire giant wandering the moor and basically bullying the trolls into sacking your town for food supplies.
She says, giants. That's interesting. I haven't seen a giant in these parts. And a frost giant named Harshnag passed through a couple years ago. But beyond that, that's the only giant I've ever seen down through here. In about 5 years of running this place. These were fire giants, you say?
Wait, hold on. What was the name of the giant she just said?
Harshnag.
Hold on. Isn't that the one that
Yeah.
Zephyrus told us to meet with?
Yeah. What? Do you know where Harshnag was headed?
That time, he was heading back to Waterdeep. Apparently, he was based out of there with some adventuring company, although he comes and goes. That was a couple years ago now. I don't know where he is lately. Good company. Interesting fellow.
Yeah, we've got some news to bring him if we ever get the chance. But as an adventurer, I feel he gets around just as much as we do. But yes, there's definitely giants in the area. What do you think, guys? We're up to 6 giants in the last week or so.
Somewhere around there.
But more than
Yeah, all varieties too. I mean, fire, cloud. So, yeah, I don't know, all sorts.
Some hill giants, I believe, as well. And Caldrus
Oh, yeah.
kind of like fondles the hole in his armor from when he was crushed by a freaking rock.
She goes, well, the giants are starting to get uppity. That could be a real problem in the area. Luckily, I don't have to deal with anything. I'm just nobody pays much attention to to your common, friendly roadside inn. And she'll say that a promise is a promise. Give me just a moment here. And she'll pull out a piece of paper and an inkwell, and she'll write out a letter of recommendation to you, and she will tell you to give that to I'll find the Yamatar section again. 'Cause it can't just fucking tell me. She doesn't have that information in here. So she tells you the name of a person in Waterdeep, not Waterdeep, in Yartar, who is a member of the Thieves Guild. And she will tell you that if you're ever in Yartar and you need some help, need a favor, they will be able to help you.
We certainly appreciate it. We might be passing back through this way once our business in the east is concluded.
Yes, unfortunately, it's very hard to get free of Yartar. It always seems to drag people back. Oh, by the way, don't be thrown off when you encounter them. But all the leadership of the Hand of Yartar is women.
Oh.
So
What was that? Sorry.
All female Thieves Guild. Or all female led.
That's a little strange. Is there a story behind that?
she says, yeah, the men were assholes, so we killed them.
Sorry I asked.
It's an effective story, though.
Yeah, I should be a bard someday instead of opening this inn. Is there anything else I can do for you fellows?
You said it's like evening right now, right?
Yes, it is evening, and she is more than willing to put you guys up for free for the services you render to her.
Then if I could have a beer, I think I'd be all set.
As long as she doesn't kill us.
Apparently, you just need not be an asshole.
Ryle's gonna act like a complete gentleman here.
I will have a drink, and then I will retire for the evening.
All right. Very good. The evening goes uneventfully. You enjoy yourselves, and you can wake up in the morning.
I really don't like how you say you can wake up. Like it was a question of whether we would or not.
I mean, maybe
there's
you're
always
really
a question.
depressed and you just decide not to get out of bed that day. That's a thing. That happens to people.
Sometimes people just wake up dead, you know?
Man, how you gonna wake up dead?
I'm just saying.
That bit in Scary Movie is so good.
Is
She went to
Tamlin
bed alive and then she woke up dead.
is Tamlin at the bar again in the morning, or is there like does she have other staff?
There are other staff. Yeah, she is not herself. She gets there. She's there fairly early in the day. She doesn't work the entire night, but she is not there. Like she's not there at dawn.
Copy. Well, I'll either ask Tamlin or whoever happens to be working the bar where we might find another horse, considering that our load is getting massive.
Hunter, first off,
That's
don't
how
ever
you
say
get
that
killed.
again.
Yeah, that's how you get killed.
And the person behind the bar will tell you that horses are available. Actually, what horses? Let's see if horses are available. This little one-horse town. Do you want high or low, Galvis?
Low.
All right, give me a D100. See if you roll under 30.
Four.
Okay. Yes, there are horses available for sale. There are 2 of them. Just standard pack horses,
All right.
draft horses,
We
standard prices.
we got money for horses now, right, gang?
Oh yeah, we've got some team treasure.
Let me go figure out how much a horse costs.
We have, it's like 50. Depends on what kind of horse you want, though. Obviously.
Hold on.
Draft horse is 50 gold. Riding horse is 75 gold. Ponies 30 gold.
And a war horse is like 250.
More like 400.
Really? Yeah.
So 50 gold each, however many.
Wait.
They had to put out for, rations, food and stuff for them.
Okay.
Feed.
Well, it's it there. Let's buy some horses. Let's do it.
Let's do this. Yeah, let's buy what? At least one. Currently we have 3 riding horses and a draft horse, right? So let's get at least one more draft horse.
And while we're here in town, is there an armory? It's a place we could buy armor.
No, it's not really. This is mostly just like farmers, support staff for the inn. One of the farmers have draft horses for sale, so that's all there really is. I mean, you can find things like you can find like arrows if you wanted to. There's a Fletcher.
Were you looking for something specific, Ro?
Yeah, I was looking for some better armor. But
I think we should have
Let's see
thought
how
about
much
that in
time.
Yartar.
Oh, we didn't have any money.
yeah, we didn't have any money.
Well, you're 100 miles from Yartar, and you're 100 miles or so from Everland. So,
Well,
you got a ways either way. Actually,
Yeah.
I think you're probably more than. Hold on.
I think we're more like 140 from Everland.
Yeah, you're actually a bit further from Everland. You're about 100 miles from. You're told the next major stop on the road is Olliston's Hold.
I'm ready to set out once we purchase the horse, unless anyone has anything else to do.
Nope. Horse is the only thing I got.
Of course.
yep. I'm good to go.
All right. Let's head out then.
All right. So you guys head on out. You head through the morning mists down the eastern road, the Evermore Way. From the north, the wind blows and you smell the dank smell of the moors. Happy to be out of them. To the south rises the great forest, known as the High Forest, stretching for hundreds of leagues. Lost in tales, with peaks and mountains rising on the very edge of vision. However, your day goes fairly uneventfully. As night falls, Verabrar finds a place to camp, and there is a sign and a overgrown path heading south.
What does this sign say?
The sign says Noanar's Hold. That's Noanars.
Does anyone in the group recognize that word?
Give me a history check if you like. Verabrar, you'll have advantage on this.
Airfield rolled a 20.
Verabrar rolled a 17.
All right.
And Ryle rolled a 24.
Okay. So this place was actually pretty famous once upon a time. It's an old hunting lodge. It's a where a lot of nobles used to go and play, hunt in the forests under the eaves. However, like you said, who were the 24?
Ryle.
Right. So Berebrar and Arafel are kind of going back and forth. Like Berebar's telling him stories, and Arafel's telling him stories, and Berebar's, reminiscing about the good old days where the nobility could really be noble. Ra, you remember the tales of the fact that supposedly this place went into ruin because the lords of the hold were actually hunting their guests from time to time, or even having them hunt each other for their amusement.
That
So the place
sounds
was
awesome.
so it went into disrepair about 100 years ago.
I mean, not an armed
So
human,
now,
but
now,
like
so now it's a place of ghost stories.
a clever human who knows the forest.
So what is it? I can't remember that phrase. That movie.
The most dangerous game.
Yes, that.
I put it in the chat
Yeah.
as soon as he said it.
I was talking about the Wedding Crashers scene where they talk about the most dangerous game. But
And that just clicked. Arafil's gonna say something like he's never he's heard stories of this place or heard song, and he's always meant to check it out. So he'd like to check it out, just so he can add a bit more to the next tale he tells of stories he's heard from there.
Do you
Well,
know?
I've never been one for hunting, but could be interesting.
Verabrar will say that he is okay with going, and secretly he kind of wants to hunt somebody.
Do you know
Alright.
how far off the trail it's going to take us?
You're not sure. You don't see anything in the distance except for the forest. The path is a bit overgrown. It heads south. The sun is probably about an hour from setting completely.
Well, if nothing else, it'll get us off the main road for the night.
I totally want to check it out.
Calder's
Is there-
will eventually accept.
Is there a place where we could put the horses in the cart?
At
It's
the
like a
moment,
path,
you're just
right?
off in the wild. You don't see the path.
Oh, we can take the car with us down the path? Okay.
Yeah, it's a little overgrown, but we should be able to handle it.
As we're heading down, Arafil will play some of those songs. I assume that some of them are not so pleasant and they're like a little foreboding. Like, don't. The moral of the story is don't go on vacation there. No, don't naively go on vacation there.
All right. So you guys head down the road.
And the hunter becomes the hunted.
Indeed. And as you head down the road, night does fall. As night falls, you come up to a kind of a curve in the road as it crests a small hill. And you can see down there appears to be a small town at the base of a ramshackle hunting lodge a couple miles distant.
Sorry, I was writing things in chat because I'm a jerk. Is it within distance that we could press and make it tonight?
You could potentially make it. You can make it. I mean, you'll be there after dark, but you will be there. Or if you can head back and be out, it took about an hour to get to this point. Think it'll be about an hour to get to where you want to be.
What do y'all think?
I think I don't like the idea of going into town here, based off of what I remember. But I also don't want to sleep in the woods.
Especially when it seems to be just an hour away.
Well, I mean, it's been run down, and the state of the road leads me to believe that no one's been up here in quite some time. I don't know if we're actually going to find any comfort there, so it might be just as bad as sleeping on the road. But I'm fine
As
for
long
either
as
choice.
it's got a roof, I am good to go.
Give me a perception check.
I rolled a 14.
Okay. In the dark, even through the darkness, as the final rays of the sun, you do see the buildings appear to be actually in good repair. A couple of them even have smoke coming out of the chimneys.
Let's definitely go there then.
I thought you said the place was run down and abandoned.
It's
The-
supposed to be done
That was
The hunting lot, the big building that dominates the scene, appears ramshackle. But the rest of the buildings seem, at least used. Also, with that, you notice that the trail this close to town seems to be decluttering a bit, as though it's been used more recently.
I don't like the sound of this, but yeah, let's go.
all right. Caldrus will keep his sword and shield close by, just in case things go south.
Do you ever not keep them close by? This is a point of question.
Close by was not the proper wording there. Like, at the ready,
Okay.
instead of like shield on my back because I've been walking all day.
Yeah.
Should we
Gonna do
should
that
we
too.
announce ourselves? I mean, I could play some late soothing music to announce our presence if we don't want to startle them, or we could just not do that if we think that's a bad idea.
Is it like Twilight-esque, right? I mean, if the sun's going to set in an hour, how much like daylight do we have? Like, is it super bright still, or the long shadows?
Oh, no. By the time you get down there, it is pitch dark.
Okay. Then if Arathiel wants to play a tune, then I could like sneak ahead and scout out while they think that you're the only approaching group.
Yeah, so I'll light a torch, and we'll have a torch on the wagon, and you can go be sneaky and report as needed.
I'll cast invisibility on you. Well, you're gonna fucking need it with that roll.
Yep. I rolled an 11 on my stealth roll, so not particularly sneaky.
All right, so wait, you're going to play music as you approach the city?
So Arathiel is going to play music, and Caldrus has got a torch on the cart, and Verabrar is going to sneak ahead and try to scout out the little area.
Okay. How far ahead are you going to scout?
Well, I was going to go like 500 yards ahead, so like just out of clear sight of the party, so that it's not like, oh, I'm scouting while the party's already in town.
Gotcha. Everybody give me perception checks.
On fire, Verabrar.
I rolled a 7.
Airfield rolled a 22.
I rolled an 11.
Caldrus 14.
Okay. So everybody who rolled over a 15 will hear hoof prints coming from the east.
How do you hear hoof prints?
Hoof steps, or hoof, whatever they're called.
Hoof step, yeah, hoof,
beat.
walk up.
I'm
Yeah,
just
that'll
kidding.
work. Whatever.
Hoof, but you know what the fuck I'm saying.
You hear hooves.
What a dick.
All right.
They're
Apparently
coming
Ralph is not
closer,
here.
and they're coming closer.
Now after that comment, you hear twice as many. Arafil stop playing.
laptop. As you stop playing, through the shadows cast by the torch on the cart, you see a terrifying sight. A skeletal horse steps into the flickering embers. Upon it rides a undead creature, looking in the form of a man, but rotting and decrepit. In his hand, he holds a sword up. He points it at you, and he charges. And we need to roll initiative. Although
You literally just walked into-
out of it, you may not bother.
Wait, so what do I
Sorry?
have to do? I was going to say we
you
really walked
have-
into most dangerous game, but
Yep. Actually, I apologize. You see him enter the circle of the flames. He's just barely visible to you, and you need to roll initiative.
okay. I'm rolling well tonight.
Who is closest to this thing if it's coming from the east?
Well, all of you guys are on the cart except for Verabrar, who's scouting ahead. So you're all about the same distance away. I'm not sure who's on the cart and who's walking, if anyone's walking. He seems to be about 50 feet away.
Okay. I rolled a 15 for Verabrar.
15 for Verabrar.
Ryle rolled a six.
Arafil rolled a 17.
All right. Caldris?
1.
Outstanding.
All right, just make sure I got that right. Verabrar with a 15, Caldris with a 1, Ryle with a 6, Arafel with a 17.
Have we ever encountered undead? We haven't, right?
No. All right. The undead creature gets to go first. A rictus smile crosses his face as he pulls back his bow.
Wait, so does he have skin?
Yes, he does have flesh, although it is old and it pulled back like a mummy's skin.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify because the horse doesn't. So
He will hit. There's 3 of you in the cart. Gonna shoot at Ryle. Ryle, he rolls a 19. Does that hit you?
Just barely.
Just barely. All right. Actually, he gets 2 attacks, doesn't he? Yes, he does. Next attack will go towards.
To be fair, I'm usually sitting outside of the cart in the front.
there's our
Okay,
cart
so
doesn't have
who's-
an inside, does it?
Yeah, I don't think you guys have a closed cart.
No.
An open.
I imagined like a,
Dude, you're
Yeah.
so you guys imagine like a covered wagon or like an open cart.
I think it's like a covered wagon without the covered part.
Right, that's how I imagine.
Yeah, that's how I had imagined it.
If I'm wrong, tell me.
That's
No, because
Speak
the
now
D&D
or-
book like differentiates between cart and wagon. So I think
I could have made either. It doesn't matter.
I imagine cart as like 2 wheels and, behind one horse, whereas a wagon has 4 wheels and can have a horse team, but that's just me.
Right, so I imagine this was a wagon with 4 wheels and you can have 2 horses drawing it, but it wasn't an open cart. Like you put crates in the back or whatnot.
yeah, that's what I was imagining as well.
I agree.
Perfect.
Move on.
So, second one went towards Arafel. This is definitely going to hit you, Arafel. So, it's a D8 possible, yes. Ryle,
gonna
you
use-
take 5 damage. Sorry?
I'm going to use cutting words then.
Okay,
never
on
mind,
second
go ahead.
one.
Nah, never mind. Go ahead.
No, you can if you like.
No, that's all right.
So Ryle, you take 5. Arafel, you take 4 damage as arrows twang into your bodies. And we are to Arafel.
Arafil's going to look terrified for a second. It's the first time he's probably ever seen such a creature. And then he is going to muster some... he's going to muster some courage, and his eyes are going to glimmer, and he's going to sprout wings, luminous wings from his back, and fly up about 20 feet above the cart. And that's his turn.
All right. And then we have Verabrar.
All right. Verabrar is going to whip out the old bow and arrow. And from deep in the darkness.
Now, how far away were you scouting?
Oh, yeah, I'm way out of... Hold on, what's the range on a longbow? Okay, so I was 500 yards ahead, so I'm going to have to make this first attack with disadvantage.
Feet.
Wait, you're 500 feet or 500 yards?
I said 500 yards, didn't I?
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're basically out of this combat.
Yeah. No.
You don't even know if anything's happening back there.
Oh, because
Oh.
the distances are all in feet in this game, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, that's not yards. Okay.
All right. So Ryle.
All right. I'm going to draw the cart to a stop. And is that going to take an action?
No, it'll say you can stop the card. You'll
Okay.
go back on the line as you stand up.
All right, and I'm going to charge the this knight on the horse. Am I able to reach him?
If you dash.
Okay. Actually, I will dash. So I'll dash right up to him, and I will command my golems to fire at him. So, let's draw one. The golems, I got two 22s and an 11. I assume the 22s hit.
22s do hit.
All right, and I was shooting at the rider, and I did each of them did 4 damage. Well, 2 of them did 4 damage,
Okay.
so 8 total.
Very good. I'm just checking something here real quick. I apologize. There we go. There. Okay. So he will. First off, Caldrus, is your turn.
He's like right up on the cart, right? Because he charged instead of hitting people.
Right.
I'm going to hit him back.
Well, no. I'm sorry. He's back. The white is 50 feet back from you. Ryle just charged up to him, so he is now in melee. You are 50 feet away, either on or next to the cart.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it had came forward and attacked Aophel, and
I was going to have him do that, but then I remembered he had a bow, so he stayed back and he shot you.
Ooh. Well, I will also dash up to it then.
Damn it. I just calculated it out, and this combat has to go 25 rounds for me to get into longbow range.
I gave you a chance with the correcting you and saying 500 feet, but yeah, my first.
That's not what I had said, so
Yeah,
fair is fair.
my first turn is going to just be to dash to get to it and have sword and shield ready, sir.
All right, very good. The creature is going to be surprised that you're charging towards him. He's not used to that. He is going to unsheath his sword, and he is going to try and stab it down. He's going to have both attacks go towards one person. Actually, he's attacked Ryle already, so he'll attack Ryle again. He senses your holy energy, and he doesn't like either one of you. So first thing he's going to do is going to try and stab down into you with his sword. Probably not going to hit. No, it's going to miss you. With his other hand, he's going to reach down and he's going to try and smack you in the face with his rotting hand. That will hit.
Would shield work help? Or would a 23 help?
He rolled a 22.
Then I'm going to cast shield because I don't want a white touching me. Or I don't want one of these things touching me with their rotting hands.
Okay. So you go to bring it down and your holy shield pops up, protected by your god. He recoils, and he will have the horse the horse actually doesn't get an action. The horse can disengage. So the horse will disengage and he will charge away. So we will move at horse's speed, which is, I believe, 50 feet. Actually, I actually have the skeletal horse thing up. Give me 1 second.
A riding horse
There you go.
moves at 60 feet.
60 feet. So he charges 60 feet away from you guys.
Ain't that a bitch?
All right, with him running towards me, I only
No, he's
need-
running. You're heading south to the town. He's heading east back into the forest.
Ah, that's no fun.
Not getting out of it that easy.
But I still would have needed like 19 more rounds with him there.
All right. So, Arafel, it is your turn if you wish to try and catch him, or if you're just going to let it disappear into the darkness.
Do you have magic missile?
No.
If you give him Foxfire, he'll never get away.
I don't have Foxfire.
Oh.
I am going to fly towards him a bit. Hold on, actually. Let me see the distance on this.
Fairy fire.
How far away is he from us?
From you, because you're hovering over the cart, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he is now 110 feet from you.
I will take double my action to. I'll use my action to fly 60 feet towards him, so I'm closer. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch him, though, no. I would have cast Levitate on him to see if it worked, so he could just whack at him, but no. I won't be able to catch him.
I only need 8 turns because I forgot about dash actions.
Actually,
Way
hold
better.
on. Yes, I'm going to fly out, you said 110 feet? What you said?
He's 110 feet from you, yes.
I will fly 30 feet towards him, and I will cast Entangle.
Okay.
With him in the well, actually, it's a 20-foot square, so I'll cast it. With him in the middle, with the horse in the middle.
Okay. What's that save? Dex or strength?
It is strength.
Strength. All right. So the horse gets a +4 to that. Yeah, that's a 20. So he rolled a 24. So the horse is not entangled. Charges through the
Okay.
brambles.
It is difficult terrain, but I don't think that's going to slow him down much.
Not that much.
And now you guys have to run around it if you want to catch him.
Veribro, you're still fucked. Ryle.
Okay then. It, I don't know what to do. I'm going to try and cast Toll the Dead on it. I don't think it's actually going to work. It's DC 14 Wisdom save, and it does necrotic damage.
Okay. It is only resistant, not immune to necrotic for some reason. So let's see. It does make it save, so giving damage will be quartered basically.
It does 0. If it makes a save, it does
Well,
0.
Okay, minimum of 1. So
Okay, so nothing.
all right.
And I'm going to start running back, going back to the cart. Or is there any cover around? Or are we just kind of...
Cart.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the cart. 30 feet, so I'm 1 turn
Okay.
away from the cart.
Very good. Caldrus.
I'm going to move back towards the cart. I'll even dash
Alright.
just because
Yeah.
I can this turn.
Okay. The horse and rider spectral beings disappear into the darkness. And you can continue into town. I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break because I need some water. Be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a drink too then.
Pat's to drive to a hotel real quick.
Yeah, but I'm not going to talk about that.
Playing a rogue in my other game, and it's quite fun.
It is quite fun.
The
The only problem is I always want to be like a much higher level than I am.
yeah, that's true. I'm playing a dwarven charlatan rogue.
Sounds interesting.
I'm a poor dwarven adventurer with a fake identity of a rich dwarven merchant, except I go around pretending to be the rich dwarven merchant posing as a poor dwarven adventurer. So I'm pretending to be myself, who is my alter ego pretending to be me.
That's not convoluted.
Well, that way, when I'm like, oh yeah, I'm totally a rich guy, y'all should all bow and scrape and, give me a free horse. Like, why are you walking around as a dirty poor adventurer? Oh, I wanted to, get out of the city and the bickering of merchants and have a little fun.
Sounds
All
interesting.
right. So you So you head towards back into town, or further into town. The White Hart Inn stands amid lone stone cottages. The outside still seems. Actually, I apologize. Let me reread this real quick. So the inn, I apologize, still looks quite well kept. The hunting lodge. On the outskirts of town, kind of above it, is actually a small keep. That looks run down and a bit ratty. The inn still seems fairly well maintained. Some of the other homes have smoke coming out of them, but the windows are like shuttered. You cannot see into them.
So we're not going to talk about this thing that just tried to charge up and kill us.
I was
What
trying
thing that
to
just
get
tried to charge up and kill us? Oh, the weird guy?
Yeah, that guy.
Arafil's gonna ask Verabrar if anybody's inside, and then when he's like, I don't know, probably he's gonna say, "What were you doing that whole time?"
Running back to you?
Oh, that sounds sweet. So I'm getting the feeling that that thing that we fought might have been from here. Because that's the feeling that I'm getting.
After you explain this thing to me, I'm going to say that it probably doesn't use chimneys.
Yeah, it seems that the road was more traveled closer to town, so the hunting lodge itself might be a little run down, but it does look like there are people here, right? Calder says.
Well, there is
Well,
smoke coming out. Like, I don't know what the undead would have need for smoke and fire for, except for maybe to lure passersby. But
Well, they're so far off the main road. I don't know if smoke would lure anyone down here.
might lure us inside with a false sense of there's no.
Consider me lured,
Yeah.
and I'm going to walk outside. Start approaching the building.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we're already here. We've already been lured.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
We're
I'm
being
gonna
lured.
approach the building with chimney smoke coming out of it.
Okay. So you approach the inn. A white stag's head stands on the sign. You enter, and inside it is quite well kept. There's a fire roaring. There's some torches up. It is empty, however, except for a little old man behind the counter, who will kind of start in surprise and scurry up to you and say, "Welcome, welcome. Please, welcome to the White Hart Inn. My name is Avagar. It's so rare to see strangers come in after dark. We're a little off the beaten path, but please, come in. I'll get some drinks for you."
Well, that you have a crazy undead horseman attacking travelers who come, but whatever.
He's like, yes, it's very dangerous. The spirits of undead of some old, the spirits of hunters of years past sometimes haunt these forests. Old magic, very dangerous. You're best to stay in the inn at night. Then he'll kind of clap his hands, and you'll see mugs kind of raise up off the counter and head by themselves and head to a tap and fill themselves up and walk over and head over to you.
So that's a common occurrence?
Like Fantasia style?
No. The man on the road.
Oh, I thought I'm way more focused on the mugs here.
He's like, common. Well, at night, not for the locals. They seem to not bother those who are local, but those who come from outside. They seem to, they seem to hunt them. Undead do tend to kind of get into a pattern and that is the pattern that they died in. Terrible things, terrible things here in the forest. He'll take the mugs and say, "Thank you, Patsy," and he'll hand the mugs up over to you guys.
Is there anybody
can I
else
do
in the tavern?
Yeah, can I do an Arcana check to see if he casts a spell?
Sure.
I'll aid him.
Okay. So you guys have an advantage of putting your heads together.
I rolled a 21.
Okay. You think that is a unseen servant spell? So just keeping up the inform.
Okay. Ryle was he was unnerved when this guy did what he did with the mugs, but after a while he visibly relaxes and takes the mug and takes a drink.
Okay. It's ale. Not. It tastes like it was. It's a good ale, although maybe a little old, but it's fine. And Amarath will. Not Amarath. I'm sorry. Avgar will. Toss you guys towards the table near the fire. Some food starts to come out. The unseen servant starts to bring out, some stew for you guys, and it's laid out, and all very rustic and very nice. You can see why this was once a, prime hunting lodge. It's quite nice in here.
Other than being slightly disappointed at the lack of eligible women, Verabrar seems to enjoy himself.
If you express that disappointment, Avgar says, "Oh, there's not a whole lot of people here in town. It's a small community. Some of the young ladies are quite fetching, but we tend not to go out at night. Like I said, they don't hunt us, but it never pays to be cautious. Never doesn't pay to be cautious." You gotta chuckle to yourself.
What do you mean by they don't hunt us? We saw that.
None of the.
I was going to say, we saw that one guy on the skeleton horse. Are there more of them?
Oh, who can say? Who can say how? The forests are quite dangerous. We assume that the hunting lords, protect us in some way. They're up in the keep, watching down upon us.
Arphil will start walking towards the back of the inn, and will say, "Well, maybe you should go wake up some of the townsfolk so they can hear my performance."
Verabrar will salute Arathiel with the mug before finishing it and looking for a refill.
Especially those fetching ladies from my companion here.
Arathiel, as you hold up the mug, Verabrar, as you hold up the mug, it is immediately refilled from a floating pitcher next to you.
Man, if this bar wasn't so out of the way, I'd be a huge fan.
Avgar, have the members of your town ever sought out someone to deal with this particular problem? Adventurers or guards from other towns or anything, or is it just an evil you've come to live with?
Says, well, the town does fine. We're all fine. Everything's fine. The lords protect us. The business is a little down, but they say that that's to be expected. I suspect that they know best. How are you?
So your town is run by these lords up in the keep?
Oh yes, they're up in the keep. They don't come down very often, but they are good and kindly people.
out of curiosity, when is the last time they came down?
It's been a while. It's been a while. I haven't seen them in town in quite a while.
Couple of weeks.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something. It's been a while.
I'm gonna insight check this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I was definitely getting some vibes.
Well,
I
rolled super low. I was just trying to tell if he seemed like absent-minded or whether he was deliberately hiding something.
You can't really tell. Well, if you rolled low, exactly. It's
Verabra
you
rolled
can't tell if
23 for insight.
oh, this guy Cray.
Okay. Yeah, Verabra is going to. Can we call a team huddle? How does that work? When this guy like walks like away to do like bar keepy type things, I'm then going to like share with the party that I think it's been significantly longer than a couple of weeks. I just get that feeling, and I think we should either leave or prepare to investigate ourselves because something is definitely going on.
Yeah, I wasn't quite settled myself, Calder says, but I couldn't see what the angle was, what the lords would be getting out of keeping people here in a place where undead roam the forest. Yeah, he said that they don't bother the townsfolk, so.
Well, I mean, this is all just complete bullshit at this point because I know nothing. But if the lords are the ones who used to hunt here, and you guys got hunted by an undead guy, I'm thinking there might be some relationship between the lords and the undead.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not doubting that. I'm saying that I can't wrap my head around it, so I certainly want to do a little further investigating.
Yeah, my current theory is the lords are in fact undead.
Out of character, that's what I was feeling as well. But Calders is going to ask, so should we wait until morning and go see the lords, or?
Well, Caldris, I remember some paladins of Gond had some technique that they could use to track undead. Are you able to perform something like that?
I can. I just wasn't sure.
I like that we can do that. I'm just not sure if we want to operate under my assumption, like from the get-go. Being nobility, I could go in the morning and like request a formal audience with our party.
Yeah, and that's
with the lords, and at least see how that goes.
Caldris is going to say that's what I'm saying. My ability to sniff out fiends and horrors it's extremely limited by range. So if we go there and discuss it with them, we should be able to outright tell if they are dead. But if there's still an uneasy feeling, I can always call upon divine guidance and seek clarification.
Well, that's fair. Do you think we should stay here for the night? Or, well, I guess we shouldn't leave.
Well, if the lords are who they're supposed to be, I don't know if marching up there at this hour of the night is the way to go about it. I see no harm that could come from staying the night here and then going in the morning. If we're uneasy, we can always leave a guard and still enjoy the comfort of an actual bed.
Yeah, I know we're in an inn, but let's still have someone keep watch as if we were camping.
Yeah, I get an uneasy feeling from this place, including this inn.
Yep.
Hey, Avacar.
While you guys are talking to him, Arafil's gonna take out his flute and play.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry, what'd you say, Calders?
Calders called out for Avacar.
He shuffles over. Yes, sir. How can I help?
Considering our time on the road and how dangerous it seems to be outside, we think we're going to rent a couple of rooms. What's the going rate? And is it one bed per room or two?
The both are available, Lord. Both are available, depending on how much you'd like to pay. The room prices are what you see in the handbook. Basically, if you get one of the cheaper rooms, you share it, or you can pay individual prices for like a moderate or better room.
I'm gonna suggest a shared room just because it would be easier to have someone keeping watch.
Yeah, that's why.
Less conspicuous.
Although
had
there's really
pressed it.
no audience, I want to roll performance, Ken. I want to know how good I pull off this loot. And if you haven't clicked it, please click it.
I don't know what movie that's from, but it's
You've
hilarious.
never seen that.
No, what is that?
Martin Short and what's his name? I forget the other guy's name, but has a terrible performance, which is fitting. It's called Clifford. Martin Short plays like a 12-year-old child, very creepily.
Galders will put down coin for the rooms for the night.
All right, very good. And he will, whenever you're ready, he will lead you off to the rooms. He will wish you sweet dreams and shut the doors.
I will take first watch, and I'll set up a chair in the hallway so I can see both rooms, or whatever's easiest so that I can be on guard.
Veribar's gonna wait a couple of minutes so that he doesn't think the bartender is right outside. Then he's gonna check if the door isn't locked from the outside.
Okay. Nope, not locked.
All right, good. He's gonna do his little trancy meditation thing then.
And I'm gonna sleep until my watch.
All right. You guys get through the night. It is uneventful.
Strange.
Yeah, definitely not what I was expecting. But I will now go and formally request an audience with the lords of the enormous hunting lodge.
Okay. Do you tell Avgar where you're going?
No, not a chance.
Okay. You guys head on out. Do you guys go together, or do you let Veribar go by himself?
We're all going.
Yeah, we're going. We're just letting him do the talking.
Okay. Very good. You guys head on up to the keep atop the hill on the outside of town. Let's see here. Is nestled among some pine trees. There are 3 stories with corner turrets and rooftop battlements. One of the turrets appears to have collapsed. There's a gaping hole in it. All of the windows are bricked up, and there are heavy oaken doors on the ground floor that are closed.
Okay, I'm gonna knock on the door. Unless there's a knocker, in which case I will just use that.
Okay, there is a large iron knocker. You knock on the door. If you wait for a moment, you will hear on the other side some muttering, scraping, and you'll hear an iron slit slide open, although you can't see it. And from down about you guys' belly buttons, you hear a coarse voice mutter, "Are you the Sandlers?"
What word
Wait,
was that? What did he ask if we were? Sorry.
If you were the Sandlers.
Do we know what a saddler is?
A person
People
who makes
who
horse
make
saddles?
Oh, Jesus. No, we're the
I'll
the
say that
entertainment. I
we
don't
are
say
not. I am the Lord Verabrar Deslantier of the family Deslantier of Waterdeep, and I would request an audience with the lords of the hold.
All right. You hear him kind of cough and spit and says, "They don't see visitors," and things slam shut.
Well then,
That is not very hospitable.
Guess you can't get us in everywhere.
what do we want to do from here? Should
Try
we?
not to again.
Well, we could leave, but
Yeah.
that seems like we're missing.
That's what Galders was about to suggest. I mean, we could just head back to the main road, but
Or have we seen any other people other than the innkeeper? Like now that it's daytime?
Now that it's daylight, you have seen some people going around town. There's manning small gardens. They're taking care of business. They're looking at you, and they watch you as you ride by.
Are there any animals nearby?
Animals.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah.
smaller squirrels. There's birds. There's some chickens in the road.
I've never done this before. I'm gonna go over to the chickens and I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals. I'm gonna play a little ditty on my banjo, and I'm gonna try to speak with the chickens.
Verabrar, is he talking to Chicken?
All right. You can talk to the chicken. Let me take a look at that spell and see how it affects the animals real quick. What are you going to ask the chicken?
I'm looking over the spell myself. So I mean, it's a chicken, so it's not going to tell us much. The intelligence is terrible, but the knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence. But at a minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whether they can perceive or have perceived within the last day. You might be able to persuade the beast to perform a small favor for you.
Okay. What would you like to try and find out?
Whether any other travelers or anything, any people that this chicken hasn't seen recently, has anybody you haven't recognized been inside the keep recently?
The chicken clucks at you, and you understand it to say that you are the only strangers it has seen in as long as you can remember. It is a bird. They are dumb. You don't think that's very long.
So it's going to say, which is like 5 minutes ago. I'll ask it if it's seen any.
Do you have any bread? Do you have any corn? I like corn.
I'll give it some crumbs in my pack, and I'll ask if it has seen any scarier versions of me, incorporeal or falling apart, ghostly things.
It doesn't quite understand what you mean. It says the only people that it really interacts with, only things like you, are the woman who comes and steals her eggs. She used to try and peck her, but it doesn't do much good, so she gave up a long time ago.
Does she live inside the keep?
Oh no, this is. I apologize. I thought you guys went back to town. It's one of the townsfolk's chickens.
Oh, yeah, never mind. I thought it was something like outside.
Right. Okay. The outside there are. Outside the keep. If you're going to stay by the keep, there are like squirrels and birds and things.
Yeah.
If you're talking, okay, because you're talking about squirrels, they'll tell you more or less the same thing. It'll be like there's.
Yeah.
It hasn't seen anyone new around town.
Okay.
Can you ask him if anyone's ever come out of that door?
I will ask that.
Okay.
Probably not that I can remember.
No. It will tell you that only at night there are people who, sometimes they come and go. They don't leave. They don't give crumbs like you gave.
Are they on bigger beasts? Are they on horseback?
Says that they lead beasts.
All right. I'll share that information with the group for what it's worth. I didn't think it would yield great results, but
But the fact they come and go at night seems very undead-y
Yeah.
to me. Operating off my earlier theory.
Especially since the townsfolk said that they don't come out at night. This worries me greatly.
let's just storm the castle then.
We could do that. I mean, we would definitely be in combat, though. Even if they weren't undead. Storming a castle, I would attack you if you stormed mine.
Yeah, that doesn't seem the best idea.
I mean, unless we have a better idea. Can
I
we-
mean, storming the castle is not a good idea.
Yeah, it was a joke.
I know. Yeah. Okay, I have a tentative plan, and it comes in 2 parts. The first part is we go back to town and we look for someone who looks particularly distressed about us being there, because that means they're a crappy liar, and we ask them.
I'm in. I don't even want to hear the end of it. Just
Okay.
start walking towards town.
Okay.
Let's do that then.
I don't have a better plan.
And so we're going to look for a crappy liar and ask them.
Okay, so you're going back to town to try and find someone who you can get a talk. Hello.
I
Hello?
believe so.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to find someone who's a shitty liar.
Okay. So as you walk back into town, there aren't many people about. Like, there's enough buildings here that you expect to be a little bit of bustle, early in the morning. There really isn't. Give me a. Let's see. Everybody give me insight checks if you're trying to find someone who is willing to speak to you. And you think you can get to.
Verabrar rolled a 25.
Okay. Verabra, you see a couple people walking by. There's some men working like in a blacksmithy who are kind of giving you dirty looks. There are a couple of women hanging laundry who seem to be pointedly avoiding you. You also see another woman who seems to be doing perhaps some gardening, who's doing it very, she's being very aggressive with it. And she keeps looking at you and looking back down, looking at you and looking back down.
Arafil's going to point out the blacksmithies and tell Ryle he should go speak with them.
Nice, the camaraderie bond. I like it.
Yeah, that could work.
Verabrar is going to suggest that Arafiel uses his golden voice on the incredibly distressed gardener.
I will stroll over to the gardener and go talk with her. I'm going to approach, smile first, and start strumming my my lute.
She'll look up at you, kind of give you a shy little smile, and then remember herself and go back to her gardening.
I'll start with some small talk and ask her, kind of like put my leg up on a stump nearby, like showing off a bit, and continue strumming and picking while I'm talking to her, and asking, have any traveling bards come by lately, or any travelers at all?
She looks up at you and kind of shakes her head a little and goes back to gardening.
It shakes her head. I'm going to ask, does something about us distress you?
She shakes her head and says, "No, my lord. We're just well, our town used to be popular. It's it's kind of fallen by the wayside. We're not used to strangers."
I'll ask. I'll say we tried to get an audience at the keep, but no one would let us in. Have you ever traveled there?
She shakes her head and says, "The lords do not interact with us here in town. They keep to themselves, and they are welcome too. The nobles are a step above."
Have you ever seen them?
She shakes her head and goes back to gardening.
How old is
Have
she?
Hmm?
How old does she look like? Are we talking like a 22-year-old or like a 45-year-old?
No, we're talking adult, probably 30s, 40s. She's just going, and she's, she every time she answers you, she like pauses for a moment before she does. So she's, and then she goes back to, aggressively gardening.
She, it seems like she's being very skittish, but is she like looking around? Is she conscious of who might be watching or anything like that, or watching her talk to us?
Give me an insight check.
Ooh, I blew that.
Yeah, I was going to ask her if she would feel more comfortable having this conversation inside.
She seems kind of taken aback that you would try and invite yourself into her home.
I didn't
what was the
necessarily mean
insight
her
check?
home, but that's
Arafil will ask.
it was bad.
We're heading out. We might be heading out tomorrow after we get a good night's rest. We might need some provisions for the road. Do you? Would you be willing to let us peruse, your stock and purchase, some vegetables? Do you have any inside you could spare?
She says that she doesn't have her stock she sells to. She sells all of her extras to Avgar. He would be able to outfit you if you needed anything. Most of what she makes is just for herself and her family.
Arafil will say that he. I'm going to lie. I'm going to say that we spoke to him. He didn't seem to have stuff that was very fresh that would keep for our long travel. So if there's anything that you'd be willing to part with that you could spare, we'd be willing to pay handsomely.
She will nod and say that she can spare a bit. And she says she has, various mixed vegetables she can set you up with. That'll keep for a couple days.
All right. Could we? I'm not trying to say, hey, let's go inside so we could, do terrible things to you. But I'm trying to, like, where are they? Is she going to pull them for the dirt and give them to us? Does she have them, behind her house? Are they inside of her house?
She give me a either persuasion or deception check, since you're trying to convince her that that you weren't able to get it somewhere else.
Deception is 15.
Okay. She'll look around and she will nod at you, and she'll kind of guide you in with her head, and she'll, and invite you into her home. Inside's a well-kept kitchen. There are herbs and dried things around, and there's some canned, some jarred food and whatnot.
I will compliment her well-kept and tidy home, telling her that it's
She'll
charming and.
All right, she'll thank you for that. She'll ask you what it is you're looking for.
I'm seeing how I should play this. If I should, Arfel's gonna put like 40 gold on the table and just say, whatever, just an assortment of vegetables. But we'd also like to ask you a few questions about what's been going on here. We were attacked when we first traveled in, and we tried to approach the keep, but we were shooed away. I was hoping you could provide us with a bit more information about what's been going on.
She looks at the gold and looks at you, and she says, "We don't talk about it. We don't speak of the things in the woods. But if I were you, I would not. You said you would stay the night. I would not recommend it.
Why
But you
would
did not hear that from me.
what will happen if we stay the night?
At night is when they come out. At night is when they hunt.
You mean when they come out of the keep?
She looks at you a little wide-eyed, and then she goes back to her vegetables.
Arfel's gonna say one of these things tried to attack us as we came in, and they didn't have much luck. I haven't been on the road very long, but from what I have seen, my companions are well equipped to deal with anything that may come out of this keep, and perhaps we can help rid this town of whatever ails it.
And then I will say, even if the lords aren't directly responsible, they have a duty to protect, their area. And the fact that all of the townsfolk are scared to go out at night means they're not performing that duty. And I'll be quite offended.
And if they're not up to the task, I assure you that this lord is, and he'll point to Verabra.
All right. Give me a persuasion roll.
19.
All right. She'll kind of look down for a moment, and she'll say, "The lords will kill you. They might kill me. They're locked up in that tower. They have been for 150 years, since my grandmother was a girl. They feared death, and they sold themselves to Orcus. And now they hunt whoever goes out at night. The townsfolk are said to be safe, but none of us dare to leave our homes."
Not being free to leave your home at night or at any time is not freedom as I've ever seen it.
Have they given you a reason for not leaving your homes?
No, we are told Avgar and Amrath both say that we are safe because we are their, they are our lords, but we do not, we fear them. We do not trust them. Not many try and leave, but no one who leaves comes back. We don't know if they are alive or dead. We stay, and we tend to our homes, and we tend to each other as best we can. And we pity the travelers who find their ways here.
If there are no travelers, what do they hunt at night?
She shakes her head and says, "I have never seen them myself. I do not. We do not. I do not seek them out. Only a madman would seek out the undead."
And no one has ever thought to put a sign or some kind of warning up on the road to keep people from coming here. And
It draw the Lord's attention to themselves, and to impugn upon their amusements. Why would we put ourselves at risk like that?
well, I mean, surely someone has left the town at some point. You could have. And Calders will kind of not realize he doesn't actually have a point here.
He's just being like the altruistic. Well, no.
He
That's
just
not
can't
really
understand
yeah.
how that they could live here and just submit to this kind of atrocity.
She says, "They are hunters. They will hunt us."
Yeah.
Yeah, Verabrar is
Here we are safe. We are fearful, but we are safe.
Verabrar is very upset about these tyrannical lords and thinks like that's freaking awful, and like has seen that kind of thing a lot. So he's like taking this up as like a pet cause, and is going to ask the party if they would help him remove these lords from power.
Garfield's just gonna take a fruit or vegetable from her stock and start chewing it, and I'm getting a lot of echo.
Yeah.
Is there anyone in town that would have any reason to go up to the keep? Surely somebody takes them food or supplies or anything, right?
She shakes her head. She says, "Sometimes the dwarf comes down, and he buys supplies, and he will go to the inn. But beyond that, there's no one goes there. No one comes back."
A dwarf?
I'm assuming that
yes,
was the short hat
she says,
on
yeah.
the door.
Exactly. Yeah. She says, "Yes, the Chamberlain Amrath. He's been here for a very long time."
How long is a very long time?
She says, "As long as I've been alive, as long as my mother's been alive. Dwarves, I guess, are very long lived. I'm not really sure."
They do tend to stick around for a while.
Perhaps we shouldn't linger too long. Others might
Get
get
suspicious.
suspicious. Yeah, we should go off and talk amongst ourselves about our next course of action.
That's a good idea. Thank you
Okay.
for the information.
She'll
and
shove
for the
a
fruits and
basket.
veggies.
She'll shove a basket of vegetables in your hand and like, "These are what you came in. Please leave." She'll all of a sudden realize what's going on.
And we'll head out.
Yeah, I'm going to thank her and tell her that no one will know what she told us.
All right.
All right, so once we're away, I feel being a bit naive to these types. Well, the most dangerous game. He's going to say we should set some sort of trap.
Verabrar will agree on the trap angle. He's all about it.
I do have a disguise kit. I mean, they're going to hunt us regardless, but
I feel like some of y'all could make yourselves hidden, and either myself or Ryle or both make for an easy target to draw them out, but the question is, what's our plan once we do? Do we simply strike them down?
If they're undead, let's totally strike them down.
I have no qualms with this. I'm just making sure that that's the plan. Just destroy the evil.
Once we hear them coming, I mean, I don't, as a cleric and a paladin, I'm not sure if you guys are capable of this too, but I can cast protection from evil on one of you, especially if you're gonna, maybe me and Veribar could hide and attack from a distance while, right before they come, I can cast it on you.
Galdris is gonna say, my only concern is that it won't just be one of them next time.
Yeah. So do we know anything about the undead? Like what they're weak against or what doesn't hurt them and stuff? Other than necrotic damage is resistant.
You guys can give me either Arcana or Religion checks.
Or Ra rolled a 15 in Arcana.
Airfield 14.
All right. Anybody better than 15?
No.
All right, no, you'll know something for it. 15 is good. It's not bad. Chico. You'll know that they are resistant to non-magical attacks, as well as necrotic damage. Also, they're probably evil.
So that would help. The resistance from evil would help. Don't you have some sort of ability to create a magical weapon? He'll say to Ryle.
Actually, I do. I also have the ability to do protection from evil, but I don't have it prepared today.
We could always rest before, or maybe not. I don't think we can more than once in 24 hours, but I do some, my lineage as an Aasimar allows me, when I take my more angelic form, I can do some radiant damage. It's not much, but it will help.
Oh, nice. That's actually really helpful. Okay, so do we want to set up a battle plan for in case there's like a shitload of them?
Yeah, we should also have a plan B in case we have to head out. Because
they hunted at night, right?
Yeah.
Like only at night. So they probably are less prepared to fight during the day.
So we could either go in during the day,
yeah,
or set up a trap for them at night. I mean,
let's head up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go back.
Yeah, at least like head up there and scout it out so we can like see what we're doing.
I could send somebody up there, or I could fly up there. Maybe we could access it better from the roof. I could fly up and drop a rope down.
That is an excellent idea. Unless, hold on, I actually have one idea before that. Is there anything like a structure near the keep? Like a well or like a stables or anything like that?
No. The keep stands alone, probably about 100, 200 yards away from the town, up a small hill.
How high up is it?
What, the tower?
Yeah.
Or the hill?
The tower, sorry.
The roof, yeah.
3 stories.
All right.
About 30, 40 feet.
If for whatever reason the flying up there doesn't work, should be common knowledge at this point, but probably not. 3 of us could fly at any given time.
Well, I have a 50-foot rope, so if you just want to fly, so that you don't have to make us fly.
I'm not going to use that, because then I'm not going to use my flying ability. I could just levitate somebody up there, because I can only use that once per long rest, and then that's where I get my radiant damage from. So I'd rather either levitate myself or, it's...
Well, my strength is ass, so if you want to levitate me up, I can tie the rope to something and then just drop it down to you.
I'm fairly strong.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you use strength for climbing checks, I think. It's like, I'm aware that I'm a shitty climber.
I could probably actually levitate two of us up there. It's about 500 pounds, so I could probably levitate somebody and they can carry somebody. Like, that might be the best. So two
That's
of us
fair
are up there. Yeah.
The dude with a really heavy metal arm, and then the dude who is really weak.
Mm.
And then he can, like, use his mega strength to help pull you guys up.
What if this goes wrong? What?
Yeah, we would really be, like, removing most options for escape, wouldn't we?
Pretty much.
Yeah, we don't want to do that, do we?
We could no, because they're going to if they have horseback. Our cart and pack horses aren't going to get us out of there too quick. But
We could light the door on fire.
Have we? Well, I mean, we could go try and talk to the dwarf again.
I mean, it's not subtle, but yeah, I mean, we could try to get because I'm the only one who spoke like to the dwarf before, like out loud. So we could get like Arafael to try to lie to him and say he's like the sheriff or like some sort of like he has like legal right to enter the building.
in case he saw us, I could just put on a disguise, go up, and say that I am the saddler.
That is a good idea. That I like.
I am
And
weak
we can-
though.
We can do that like hiding behind the door thing, where like we're beside the door, and as soon as the doors open a crack, we just pound it open.
And then we could save the flying, and I could cast invisibility on somebody, fly, levitate, and I could fly myself, and we could save that for a bailout plan in case it's like we go in and there's like
Yes, let's do
five.
that. I like that plan.
Yeah. All right, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use a disguise kit, and I'm gonna put on some not so. I always wear fancy clothes. So I'm gonna put on some common clothes. I'll take some of the saddles from. We do have some non-pack horses, right?
Yeah, we
probably
now
have
have 2 pack horses and 3 riding horses
So
total.
I will like take one of our packs and cut some leather and put some leather straps on the side, and take one or two of Ryle's tools and have them sticking out of the pack, and have a saddle or two tied to it, and disguise myself as your common smith or saddler.
All right. Very good.
Do you want me to roll for disguise kit?
Yeah, give me a charisma roll plus proficiency since you're proficient with disguise kits.
All right, I actually have it ready to go.
Okay.
26.
Nailed it.
Crit.
Your mother wouldn't recognize you.
My mother would see me, recognize me, and think that she gave birth to a saddler. I came out with the saddle in my hand. All right. How are we going to do this then? Are we, once he opens the door, we're going to bum rush? Because I can't go in there alone.
Oh yeah, that
that'll be
was my plan, was bum rush once the door gets like, once it's not locked and he's like letting you in, then we all just like hit the door so hard that it knocks him down and we bum rush in.
I could also cast invisibility on somebody so that they're right there with me when I knock on the door, but so that he can't see them. And then,
Well-
like,
I feel like he just opened like an eye hole before, right?
Right, so we could just
So
push
just-
up against the wall right next to
Yeah.
the door.
I imagine that keep doors have like large doors, and we just stand to either side, like an apartment peephole. If you stand on one side, he can't see you.
but will he see us coming up though? Are there? I think.
Well, if we're right next to the door on either side, like we'll be able to be
Yeah,
so
but
close
what I'm
that-
saying is, are there
Approaching.
any like as we're approaching?
Oh.
Yeah. So like maybe just hypothetically, Verabrar and Caldris hang out in the woods, hide behind something. Me and Ryle, because I think Ryle's the strongest. He's invisible. We
That's a
both
good
go
idea.
up,
I like that.
and then he can hold the door or something, or wedge something between it.
Yeah, and just make sure that we're like not too far away,
Yeah, as close as you guys can be.
so that I don't have to
Without
take like
being
10 rounds of combat to get back into range.
I'll do it, but I just want y'all to remember that like the last 3 combats have just been Calder's going, I walk 30 feet and miss with a crossbow. I walk 30 feet and miss with a crossbow.
Okay. You
No,
Ryle.
I'm totally gonna do it though. I'm gonna hide in the woods.
No, I think that you're right, and I think that maybe Ryle, since he has some long range capability, you should come up with me.
All right, I'll hide in the woods and run about 30 feet and shoot at people. Okay.
Yeah, like the 2 of you slamming the door should be enough to like at least knock him back.
Do you,
I need.
do you want me to
Sure.
like hold the saddles? Should I be your guy? Because I'm like a buff dude.
Well,
should
he was
I-
gonna make you invisible, right?
Whatever you guys think. I could use the disguise kit again.
I like the invisibility option. So
What do you? I don't care.
Are you
Visibility
physically
sounds good to me.
able to
Cal
carry
does
2 saddles?
I'm not that strong.
I'll just be
Push
your
it away.
bumbling goon that's here. I'll be your I pick things up and put them down guy.
cool, and that saves a spell slot for combat. So
All right,
Okay.
I'll use.
Do it.
Give me another disguise kid roll. See how well you do up the paladin. Also, paladin, since you're going to be like, it's easy enough for.
oh yeah, you wouldn't be able to wear your
bard-
armor.
Yeah.
Well, I only
Let's make
have,
you invisible.
I only have
So you-
chain. Like I could like pull my cloak over it, right? I don't have plate mail
I need to
or
plug my
anything.
computer in. I need 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
I mean, chainmail's not light. And it's not
That's
small.
true.
Yeah, let's just do the invisibility option, and then we'll just rock it out. Like I don't want the plan to fall apart like at the crucial moment before we get
Yeah.
in.
All right.
Okay. So when pass back, he's going to turn you invisible, and then you 2 are going to approach the door.
All right. You approach the door. It is a heavy oaken door.
The person who's going to be doing all the action is AFK.
Yeah, he just had to take a 30-second break for probably
Okay.
something.
Oh, well, he's taking that break. I'm going to get some more water. I'll be right back too.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm back.
Ken just went to go get some water.
Oh, okay. You know what? Then I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Maybe another 30 seconds. That
Alright.
5-minute break we had before was like 37 seconds.
Right?
Motherfucker. Ow. All right, I'm back. Sorry.
You're good.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm an idiot. I'm wondering why this room is so hot. And aside from being pretty much the attic, like the door was open, the bathroom door was open, the fucking closets are open. They're huge closets.
All right, welcome back.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So, you guys are at the heavy oaken door, the disguised bard and the hidden paladin.
We just need to hope that the saddler didn't come in the meantime.
What was the second saddler on the grassy knoll?
All right, I'm gonna bang on the knocker. This time with much force,
Okay.
but my bardness deceives me, and it's very it's a nice tune that I knock into the door.
All right, you knock on the door. After a few moments, you hear a muttering on the other side of the door, familiar muttering, and this you hear the psh of a slide and down from around your belly. You hear, "Oh, are you the saddler?"
Eye. Do you have
Uh,
deception on that eye?
yes, I do.
Your disguised name should be Adam. Adam Sadler.
Adam Sadler. That's
Oh my
pretty awesome,
God.
dude. Did anybody
Hate all of you.
assist? I rolled a 15.
All right, he is expecting you, so that will. Do you have I'll give you advantage on that as well, just because you rolled so well on your disguise check.
Then it's a 27.
Okay, yeah. The 15 was probably going to be good enough. 27 is definitely good enough. So you'll hear him say, just wait a minute. And you'll hear it slide shut. And then you'll hear some wrenching iron sounds, just like ka-chunk, ka-chunk, slide. And the door will creak open inwards.
As it creaks open, like what can we see as the door first opens?
As it opens, the inside is barren, with nothing much. It looks fairly clean and well kept, but it is barren. There's no tapestries or flowers or anything like that. It is just an open foyer sort of thing.
How big is the opening to the door? The door.
It's
like,
human
how big-
sized.
All right.
It's a big door, but it's not like giant size or anything. It's human sized.
Is the door open fully? Like as I start to walk in, I'm gonna like put my hand on the door and start to move it open more. Kind of the saddle that's on my side, I'm gonna like have it protrude out a bit more so that it looks as if I need to open the door more to get in. You know, I'm gonna try to open the door as much as I possibly can.
As soon
Okay.
as I see the door open, Verabrar is going to start sprinting towards the door. But like
Okay.
not from like straight on, like from like a 45-degree angle. It's like, or as much of an angle where I can still like clearly see the door, so that I'm not like running right at the dwarf's face, obviously.
I'm going to attempt to follow Verabrar.
As they're doing that, Arafil's going to drop one of the saddles in front of the door so that if it was to close, he'd at least try to like wedge it. I mean, it could just push right out, right? And then he's going to point behind him and say, is he going to help carry the saddles? I'm just going to point behind the guy to nobody. So
Okay.
that he like turns for a
That
second.
is not going to work. And also, he rolled a 20 on his perception check, so he does see you guys barreling towards him, and he will try and push
I
it
will
closed.
barrel
Yes.
into the door then.
Okay. Yeah, and the saddle does get in the way. Give me a athletics check.
Really?
You have
Uh,
advantage. He doesn't know you're there.
Oh, well then 18.
18. All right. Just check and make sure it doesn't have some like scene strength.
And Verabrar can move 105 feet per turn.
All right. Nope. You are able to push into the door. He is not unexpecting another person to be there, so he gets caught up on the saddle a little bit, and then you slam the door into him. He gets knocked backwards a little bit,
My
crying out in alarm.
my next move would be to try and grapple him.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
The one thing that I'm good at, and I can't get double digit, 10.
It's actually athletics. I don't know if
Oh,
Roll
well
that like I do
then add 3 to that to get 13.
13. All right. He actually rolled the same thing. So he is able to dodge out of your way.
Oh, but I'm super sneaky and I'm invisible and
You're not invisible because you took an action. Invisibility only lasts till you take an action.
Sorry, I was thinking of greater invisibility because that's what Sai had.
Right.
He's also like
He is
6 levels higher.
Yeah, but it's the last thing that I actually was using.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
So he will break free of your grasp and he will start shouting alarm down the hallway as he strikes out with the cudgel. I guess we'll go ahead and roll initiative now. You guys are charging towards, we'll say you're about 50 feet away, those of you coming from the outside.
Oh. He is still invisible. It's only until he attacks or casts a spell.
Oh, not just take an action?
Yep.
Okay. Then you go ahead and have advantage on that grapple check. Get to be the
Okay,
13.
well then I rolled a 13.
But you still fail.
Nice.
But we'll say you're still invisible. I don't know if the
Awesome.
grapple counts as an attack, but I'll tell you. So. Okay. Initiative for.
Just for
Matt, what's your initiative? Mhm,
rules
yep,
clarification while we're having this discussion, since it probably won't come up again. Grappling. When you want to grab a creature to wrestle with it, you can use the attack action to make a special melee grapple attack.
Okay, so yes, and when you tried to grapple him, that does cause you to become visible.
All right, Ryle rolled a 6.
Verabrar an 18.
Caldrus 20.
Airfield 7.
All right. 18 is pretty good. Not good enough to beat this guy. He was very quick. He pulled a cudgel off his belt, and he attempts to go to town on.
He beat 20.
Caldrus.
Well, Cal just rolled a 20.
Oh, I thought. Oh, sorry, Cal just.
Verabrar rolled an 18.
Yeah, sorry, Caldus. I misread my own handwriting. What's your dex mod, Caldus? Because he also rolled a 20.
0.
Okay, he's +1. He gets to go first. If you were even if you tied that, I would let you go first. But if you have a 0, he has a 1. So he
That's
is
cool.
going to try and cudgel the shit out of Arafel.
I'm gonna use cutting words.
Okay. Arafel, what's your AC?
15.
Yep, he misses you twice. You don't have to.
Okay, thank you.
And he's shouting at you to get out of the Lord's keep. Who's up next? That was Hunter. That was Caldus.
I attempt to grapple him.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Okay, I give up. I'm just deleting both my characters because they both have dice aids now. 13?
Nope, not good enough. I'm roll pretty good tonight. Who's up now?
Can I
Sorry,
attempt
sorry,
to...
Caldus?
if the grapple fails, I don't know if I have enough oomph left to either start getting my sword out or my shield out, since I'm not moving anywhere or doing anything.
Sure. I'll let you take out one of the two.
I'll take my shield off my back.
Okay. Verabra.
All right. So how far away am I now, roughly?
We'll say 50 feet from the door.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to use my bonus action to dash, and then I'm going to rapier this guy in the face.
Okay.
23 for 18.
All right. Very good. And then Arafel.
Oops, sorry, I was muted. I am going to. I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery and just yell, "You daft bugger, thought I was actually a saddler." It's wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Nope, doesn't come close.
All right. Oh, he doesn't come close to get to making it?
Yeah, he
Or-
missed it completely.
Okay.
He failed.
He has disadvantage on his next attack roll, and the whopping damage. Oh, 5th level, so it's 2d4. Sweet. 7 psychic damage.
It's an ace damage roll.
Yeah.
Good damage. Ryle.
All right, I'm going to start running. Well, I've been following Verabrar. How far away am I?
You are 50 feet away.
Okay, I'm going to start running, and I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on him. So he needs to make a DC 14 Wisdom save.
Okay. He does make that.
Okay, then no damage. I'm going to guess the golems aren't with us right now.
Okay.
And that's my
his
turn.
Okay. He will continue trying to pummel the
Disadvantage.
the bard, and he will hit you once.
I'm going to use cutting words.
All right. So what's that do?
DC 8. I'm going to say something like, "You're the worst guard ever,"
Wait, he hit you at disadvantage? That's impressive.
and it subtracts 1. So DC, I have a 15. He has disadvantage, and subtract 1 from whatever baller ass roll he made.
Well, he still loses 1, so he only does 5 damage. I'm sorry, he does 6 damage to you.
Wait, isn't it on the attack roll, not the damage roll?
Was on the
Doesn't-
attack roll?
Yeah, it takes
Oh,
1 away
it-
from
it-
the attack roll.
Subtract. Okay. Doesn't matter. Still hits. He rolled a 19. With disadvantage, he rolled a 19. By the way, he rolled 19 twice. So let's see here. Back to Caldris.
I'm gonna pull out my longsword and just beat the shit out of this guy.
All right.
$25 for 11 and 20 for 10.
All right. That'll be enough. You beat him into submission. He lays in a bloody puddle at your feet.
Tried to do it peacefully. He didn't want to submit.
I'm going to heal myself for 5 once he dies.
Does it look like he was successful in raising any kind of alarm?
You don't see anything, but he was being pretty loud. It
Like
took you
I
good
don't hear
15
like a
seconds to
fully
subdue him.
armored undead lich marching down the hall towards us or anything.
The mountain isn't making its
You
way
do.
right through the halls.
You do not. Also, when he
So-
attacked you previously, he had on like leather armor, but he did not have like full plate on. He looked like a hunter.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
So should we try and heal the guy? Or
No.
okay.
I was not expecting to
Let's-
put him into the
Let's tie him
ground.
up. Let's tie him up and then stabilize him.
He's dead. He got stabbed in the fucking throat by a sword.
Oh, I thought he was like has death saving rolls. Dead.
No, I don't know. NPCs, unimportant NPCs do not get that. Had Caldrus said he was doing non-lethal damage, he would not be dead. But he did not say that.
Ah,
Therefore,
okay.
he's dead.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Well-
search him.
Okay. Around his neck is a key.
I will take that key and hand it to. I'll hand it out between Verobrar and Caldrus and Ryle. I don't know who's going to be taking the lead.
I'm gonna take it and see if it works on the front door.
It does not. When you look at the front door, on the inside there are two massive iron bars, which is how they lock it. It just slide into place.
Okay. Well,
Should we leave the front door open then, gentlemen?
Arifal's going to turn to Ryle and say, "Is there anything you could do to keep this open perpetually while we're in here, so we don't have to waste time opening it if we have to make a hasty retreat?"
Hmm.
the door off the hinges.
Yeah, I'm gonna look.
Surely there's some kind of gear or something we could just... Some sort of
Yeah.
mechanism.
Is there something I could break to keep the door from closing?
There are hinges.
Okay.
Oh, use the this your like you can change the shape of metal, right?
I can, but it takes an hour. If I use mending, would I be able to unmend something? Or would I be able to just bash the hinge with a hammer to keep it from closing?
You can bash with a hammer.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and raise that alarm.
Yeah. So
The
you
elegant
beat
solution.
the hinges off, the door falls over. It is permanently opened.
There you go.
Takes a couple minutes.
Mission accomplished.
In Russia, this is how we fix space station.
Understood that reference.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got that one.
The door is now open.
All right, so what room lies before us here?
Okay. You're in a foyer. There's a hallway. There's a door heading. There's three doors. There's one heading straight ahead and one on each side. The tower it's more or less a square tower, a couple of 100 feet long by a couple 100 feet wide. The ruined battlement is to your left.
What's a
Callers.
battlement? I feel like an idiot.
It's the thing the French
Tower.
tawdry stands on.
The ruined tower.
Oh,
It's
thank you.
when you look at a castle and you have the little up, down, up, down, up, down ridges along the top. Those are the battlements.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Describing things in Monty Python in way is a way that everybody will be able to understand.
So Calders is going to look at the three doors and ask if does anyone have a preference?
Can we open them all first and then decide?
I'm going to point at each of them mentally saying "eeny, meeny, miny, mo," and let's see. I'm going to pick the one on the right.
Okay. You open the door on the right. There is a hallway leading to some stairs leading up.
Should we make sure that everything on the ground floor is safe before we
Yeah.
implement stairs into our escape plan?
Agreed.
Stairs are very complicated.
Let's go with Mo
Yeah, Calders will walk
or
to the
Miney.
middle door, give
Okay.
a quick listen, and then open it if it's closed.
Okay. It is closed. You open it. It leads into a hallway, leading deeper into a short hallway, probably about 20 feet, leading deeper into the keep.
Arafil will swing open the first door just to see what's there as well.
Okay. The left door opens up. There's a stairwell. It is open to the sky, however. This appears to be the ruined tower. There are, there's all kinds of crap in this, at the base of this tower. Looks like animals and birds get in, and it's pretty rough.
Calders will advance through the middle door.
Okay. You advance down the hallway. There is a closed door at the end.
I will listen through the closed door to hear if I hear anything.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
12.
12.
1, 2.
You hear the stomp of a hoof.
Like there's horses in here?
Possibly.
Or like
Hoof.
cows.
I don't have
You
a
know
good
it's not a camel.
Could be goats. Could be minotaurs. Could be lots of things.
I don't have a good pantomime for horse, but I am going to motion to the group that I hear stuff, so be ready, and I'm going to open the door.
Arafil's going to lift
Okay.
the saddle and shrug his shoulders.
You open the door. Are you guys all in the hallway with Calders?
That's a dangerous
Yes.
question.
I
How are you guys doing?
How long
I-
is the hallway?
How wide is the hallway?
We'll say it's 10. We'll say it's 10 foot wide. The doorway's in the middle. It's a regular 5-foot doorway.
Arafil's at the back because he hangs out in the back by the entrance to the door to the hallway.
Okay. So
I'm
Calders,
near the
you're in the
front.
doorway.
Yep.
Okay. Ralph in the front.
And I'm not like kicking it open. I'm opening the door just like I would be walking into the room. I'm not stepping into the room, but it's just a casual door open.
Okay. You open the door. It opens inward, by the way, towards you. And as you look in, there are 5 skeletal horses arranged in a line about 10 feet from the doorway. Behind them, you see 5 ghastly figures with longbows at the ready, and we need to roll initiative.
Here's where I needed that 20. Instead, I'm gonna roll a 4.
14 for Verabrar.
At least he didn't roll a 6 with a 4 modifier. 6 for Arafil.
6
All right.
for
Calders, what'd you
Calders.
roll?
6.
Okay. And Ryle, what'd you roll?
13.
13. All right.
I should have brought the golems with us.
Should have brought Sai with us.
I'm going to assume that Arapel has a higher dex than Calders.
Yes.
If I was a betting man.
All right. So, first act is the whites. So they will all proceed to take some shots at the paladin who is standing in the doorway.
20
What's your AC, Caldus? Just so I can roll without worrying about it.
2-0.
2-0. All right.
Well, somebody had to take a rack of become a human pincushion. I'm glad it was the tank.
I should start wording things more carefully and be like, I use the dodge action, and then I use my movement to open the door.
All right. You are hit 4 times.
Okay.
Five, 12, 14. You hit for 22 damage as 4 arrows just plunk you, one in the leg, one in the shoulder. One grazes your face.
Gentlemen, that
And you
was
hear the
half my hit points.
Can I
And,
use cutting words on one of them? Like a random one.
Actually, I have heavy armor mastery.
Okay.
So I would subtract 3 from each attack.
so basically you subtract 12 from that.
Okay.
Must be nice.
Heavy armor mastery is phenomenal.
I'll save it then, I guess. I won't even bother.
All right. So in that case, you are. Who is up now? You hear them telling the horses to attack. Erebrar.
Okay.
Airfield. Oh no,
Fair
sorry.
enough.
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Ignore me.
Verabrar is got his rapier out because of the being inside close quarters thing. So he's going to have to run into the room and will attack the white on the furthest left.
Okay. Well, you have to get through the horses first.
Oh, they're like behind the horses?
Yep. 5 horses abreast, and then 5 hunters abreast.
The horses are about 20 feet, about 15, 20 feet from the door. The whites are another 50 feet behind them. This is a 200-foot long room, about 50 feet wide.
What?
Not more than
How-
probably about 70 feet wide.
And are the horses like spaced out evenly?
Yeah, they're spaced out. They're large creatures, so like there's not enough room to get. You'll be attacked by at least 2 to get through them.
Okay, but they're not within 5 feet of each other though.
No, they are. Well, they're big creatures, so they take up 10-foot spaces. So they're spaced
Okay.
out in such a way that unless you go around the long way, like all the way around the edge, you're going to be attacked by 2. Otherwise, you're going to get attacked by 1 because you're going around the edge. So it's going to be a longer distance because you got to run all the way around the edge.
Okay, so they're definitely, if I try to go in between them, they're definitely both within 5 feet of me, but are they within 5 feet of each other?
No, they would
Okay,
be.
Because that means I get sneak attack. So I will attack the furthest left horse.
Okay.
24-16.
All right. Now, why do you get sneak attack? They're not. You're the only one in melee with them.
Yeah, but because of the type of rogue I am, I get rakish authority, which means if they don't have another allied creature within 5 feet of them, that I get sneak attack.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Yep.
So how much damage?
16.
Okay. You said the one to the first left.
Yes.
Very good. You have a magic weapon?
No.
Okay. Surprisingly, doesn't seem to have, that doesn't matter for the horses. I figure they are resistant to non-magical. They are not. But you're using a rapier, right?
Yes.
Okay. Not entirely sure why they're not resistant to piercing damage. There's nothing really to pierce, but we'll say they have tendons or something for stabbing. All right. Ryle.
Okay, you said that the horses are 20 feet away, and the whites are 50 feet beyond them.
They are like another like 40, 50 feet behind them.
Okay. I'm going to run up to one of the horses, and I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay. Very good. This is a 15-foot cube around you, right?
And it's 18 damage on
That
their
was
turn.
a nice roll.
Okay.
Excellent.
Well,
Yeah,
it's on
that's a
their
good one.
turn. Yeah, it's on their turn. And they'll get a save. What's the save on that?
DC 14 Wisdom save.
DC 14. Okay. Very good. They're not very
Half-
wise, so that's going to be pretty good for you.
Half
Um,
damage.
Right. So that was Ryle. So Arafel.
How far are the whites grouped together? How far apart are they?
No, they're spaced out behind the horses, like the horses are spaced out, and there's a bit more space between them because they're not large creatures.
And like what? How far away are they from each other?
We'll say they're 10, 15 feet from each other. Maybe a little bit more, depending on which one they're talking about. They're close enough that three of them could, like, if you attack one, at least two more can get to all of them.
Okay, and then the horses, they're grouped in the same kind of pattern.
Well, the horses just kind of in a line. They're just there to be bodies in the way, so you can't get through them.
Yeah, but I'm looking for AOE type stuff. So the horses, are they grouped together, or they're in a line, like one every other?
They're more in a straight line. The hunters are behind them, and they're kind of in. The hunters are kind of in a jagged line, but they're all more or less equal with each other.
Okay.
The horses are just in a complete straight line,
All right, because I'm
kind of stopping their hooves and waiting to charge.
at this point, it's whether I'm going to cast like Shatter or Fairy Fire. Fairy Fire having a 20-foot cube, or Shatter a 10-foot cube.
Okay.
How many? How
10
many of?
But a horse, you can catch two horses in Shatter.
Mm.
You can cast, if you cast it on the whites, you only get one with Fairy Fire, but you can get two with Shatter. Which was the 20-foot cube? Fairy Fire?
Fairy Fire is larger, yeah.
Okay, so you could cast. It's 20 foot on a side, so you'd be able to cast. You get two of the whites in Fairy Fire.
Instead, I am going to cast. That just seems silly for me, so I'm going to cast Bane on 3. Actually, hold on. How many whites are there again? Is there 4 or 5?
5.
There
There would have been 4 had you successfully killed the one this night.
The bastard got away. This might be silly, but I'm gonna do it. No, I can just cast it twice and it'll have the same effect. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast Bane on 3 of the whites. It's a DC
Okay.
15 charisma saving throw, which I hope they have low charisma. I could have cast
The undead are super popular at parties.
Actually, whites have decent charisma.
That's weak. See, if I cast it at 3rd level, I could get all 5 of them. But if I cast it 3 times, I could get them and the horses and one of you guys. No, I could get 9. Never mind, I'm an idiot.
Okay, so 3 of them.
Yes.
Are
Let's
the
say,
3 in the middle, or are you doing like one from one side? Just so I can mark which one's that.
let's say the 3 to the right, I guess, because I think Verabur attacked the one to the left, right? So not the one that he attacked.
Well, I attacked a horse.
Okay.
Oh,
He
yeah.
attacked
So,
he stopped at a horse. So you said 15 DC?
yes.
All right. All three of them look a little confused. That's a minus D4 to their attacks and saves, right?
Yes.
All right. Very good. And Caldrus.
Sorry to cut you off, Caldrus. And with that, I'm going to pop around the corner. So I'm just going to step out of the hallway so that I'm not in their range at all. Like, they can't see me,
Okay.
if possible.
Yep, absolutely. You can kind of hide behind the doorway a bit. And so, Caldrus.
Okay, so I'm reading through my spells and I'm trying to make sure that I have the most perfect picture of the battlefield in my head. You just hit 3 of the whites. Home Skillet has run forward and started crunching on a horse.
Yes, the horse on the left, the far left of the room, is being smacked around by the rapier, which doesn't make any fucking sense, but we'll go with it. The 3 whites on the right, you saw like a little like darkness kind of surround them. By the way, this room is pitch black. All the windows are bricked off.
Nice. I really feel like I'm gonna get murdered if I go in there, but amazingly enough, I don't have a lot of undead bashing things on this paladin. So I'm going to march into the horse that he hit, and I'm going to attack it
Okay.
with my longsword. And I'm going to use Divine Smite on my first swing to do 2d8 extra damage plus 1d8 additional damage because it's undead.
Okay. So give me total damage.
13.
How much?
1-3. 2 attacks.
On 4D,
and
4d8.
Yep.
All right. It is enough to kill it. That's really shitty rolls on 4d8 plus whatever you get. But that leftmost horse goes down in a pile of bones. Did you miss the second attack? The first attack, did you hit with the first attack or no?
I hit with the first attack and did a massive 13 damage, and I crit failed the second attack.
Gotcha. Okay. Second attack. So the first attack would have been enough to kill it. The second attack didn't do anything, obviously. All right. So then it's the horse's turn. 2 of the horses will move over to the 2 of you who are there on the side of the room.
They take my spirit, or they take
They do
spirit
take
guardian
damage.
damage.
Right. What's your DC?
14.
14.
And it was 18 on a failed save, 9 on a normal save.
Okay. So it was what, a 15-foot cube centered on you?
Yes. And they also get I was in melee with one of them. They get half movement speed if they're around me.
All right. Very good. So in that case, and they get taken damage when they enter, and they're not terribly smart. So, actually, they're stupid as fuck. So you're actually going to get all 4 of the remaining ones in the Spirit Guardians. One succeeded, 1 failed. Fail. All right. So you said 18 if they fail?
Yes. Yes.
All right. All righty. So the first one, the one most to the left, will be able to get to the left side. Let's see the attacks. Caldrus, even or odd?
Even.
All right, that's going to be 2 attacks on Verabrar.
Oh, awesome.
Did one of them run past me, or do I get an opportunity attack on any of them?
No, this is the one you were next to. I was putting you in the middle on the one,
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
that you get a fact. Yeah, so this is the one that was away from you. So he is going to get an attack in on Verabrar. I believe it's 2 attacks, correct? Nope, just 1. Lots of damage if he hits, though. Nope, doesn't hit. The one in front of Ryle will try to hit Ryle. Nope. The one to the right of Ryle will try to get to Ryle to hit him. Nope. The other one, they're not terribly smart. He also charged him. He's going to try and get to Ryle. Nope. Those guys are not very good. The whites, they seem quite excited about this. They haven't had this was fun in quite a long time. They are going to take a aim at Verabrar, and they are going to try and take him down.
Ooh.
What's your AC, Verabrar?
19.
19. I always forget how high your AC is. All right, that's 1
Yeah,
hit.
dexterity.
What's
Yes.
that?
2 hits.
I might use cutting words on this. Never mind, I can't see them.
Nope. 3 hits.
Fuck's alright.
4 hits.
Oh fuck.
Damn it.
1,
I did what I could.
7, 15, 17, 25 damage, Verabrar. As you become the pincushion.
Jesus.
Disadvantage on none of that helped? Or -4, rather?
Oh, you're right, -4. Probably would have saved a couple. I don't remember the exact rolls now. We'll say
Good
that
memory,
that was a
thanks.
3. We'll say that. Yep. Okay. We'll say reduce. 2 of them will miss, so we'll take off. We'll cut it in half, basically. So instead of being 25, it'll be 12.
That's much less distressing.
All right. Verabrar. You have another. You killed the one horse is dead, but another one has approached you. It tried to maul you with its hooves, but it was unable to.
Okay. I'm then going to attack that horse in that case. A 17 for 15.
All right. That's enough to bring that horse down.
That does kill the horse or does not kill the horse?
It does kill the horse. It was already weakened because of the fairy fire. Ryle. Oh, Verabrar, do you want to move or anything? Take a bonus action?
Yes, actually. I will. Is there like any cover in this room, or is it just like a big open ass room?
No, it's a big open ass room. There's chairs all around the sides. There's a fireplace on one side, like the far end. But it's mostly just a big open room. Actually, I apologize. There's a long table. No, you know what? When I arranged, I forgot to read the description. So no, this is a big open room with like big comfy chairs all around the edges.
Okay, I'm gonna go hang out with Arathiel then.
So you're gonna go towards the rest of the horses?
Oh, Arathiel's out in the hallway.
Oh, Arafell's on the hall. You are correct. Okay, yeah, you can go in the hallway with Arafell. You can be on the other side of the door.
Yeah. And then I'll just like dash
Okay.
in and out of combat every turn because I cannot take that much damage.
All right. So we are to Ryle. Ryle, you have 3 horses around you.
Okay. I'm going to go up to one of the horses and hit it with Booming Blade. and hopefully there's. Oh, and I missed. Then I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon at one of the other horses, and I rolled a 12. Does that hit?
12 is just barely not enough.
Okay. All right then.
I'll use my inspiration to give him advantage on the spiritual weapon roll. Or is it too late for that? I don't exactly know how that works.
You can do that.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
You roll again. You don't get the advantage roll that you roll again.
Okay, I rolled a 15.
That's enough.
All right. So it does 7 damage to one of the horses.
Okay, that's enough to bring it down.
Awesome. And Spirit Guardians will deal 14 on the horse's turns.
Okay. Very good. So that was Ryle, so Arafel.
All right. I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Caldrus. And then I am going to, since he came out, I'm going to use Cure Wounds on, I'm going to touch Verbar. And how much are you down?
I'm down
We're
to 12.
going 12. Just to play it. No, I'll cast it at first level and hope that it. Nope, I'll cast it at second level. Never mind. Good thing I cast it at second level. 9.
Cool.
9 HP.
Holy crap, that was 3 1s.
What was?
Jesus Christ. 2 1s. Wait, on what?
No, it was a 4, a 1, and yeah, it was a 4 and a 1.
Yeah, the 4 and a 1.
It just looks like 1 times 1d8 because
Yeah.
that's for how many levels higher you cast it.
Still not great.
But yeah, but that's why it says 1 times 1. It's not you rolled a bunch of them.
Still terrible roll, though.
Oh yeah, but I'll live, hopefully.
All right. Caldrus.
Java's trying to update, so hopefully that doesn't screw me up. But I'm going to wade over to the next horse. It's like 40 to 50 feet to the guys, you said. Right?
Right.
Yeah, okay,
Yep.
so I'm wading to the next horse and just gonna lay into it.
Okay. They're both surrounding Ryle.
21
Attempting to beat
for,
the characters, folks. Sorry?
21 to hit for 7 damage and 16 hit for 6 damage.
All right. That's enough to kill both of them. They both dead.
Or not.
I use whatever remaining movement I have to start closing the gap.
Okay. To get from where you were to where Ryle is, you have about 10 feet. So you can get to within, so in your next move, you can get to them if they don't move.
Yeah, I just...
Sorry.
I was just saying, any movement that I can make now so that I don't spend next turn walking 30 feet and still being 5 feet shy.
Okay. Well, you are going to be, because you're going to move towards them, and they're going to move away from you on their turn, which is now. Because they would like to prevent melee for as long as possible.
Yep.
They also don't like the Spirit Guardians, so they will attempt to shoot the Cleric again to try and get him to drop his spell. 20 AC, Ryle?
19.
Oh, I'm sorry. 18. If they roll above
18?
Yeah, if they roll above an 18, I'm using shield.
Okay. That's a crit. That'll be over 18.
Okay.
That's going to be shield. So you'll go to what, 22 or 23 now?
23.
Okay, so still miss. And 2 more. That'll be a hit even with shield. So crit and 1 more hit. So 3d8 plus 8.
Okay.
Plus 4. Sorry.
All right.
80.
I rolled a
Mhm.
20. I rolled a 21 for my first con save. Can I use inspiration to roll or
No,
re-roll?
actually,
con save?
I forgot. Hold on. 1 second. 18 plus 6 is 24, and then they get that guy was Bane, so he gets a minus D4.
Oh,
So if he rolls a 2 or better, 2 or higher, he misses that attack. He does roll a 2. So you only take the crit, which is 2d8 plus
Okay.
2.
all right. Well, I rolled a 21 on con save, so
Okay.
I should save Spirit Guardians.
Yep. So you're good there. You do take 8 damage. All right. The hunters are kind of shocked you guys aren't going down as easy as their usual prey. You see the dismay on their rotting faces. Back to Verabrar. But they take another 20 feet back towards the back of the room.
So they're 70 feet from the now.
Yes, 70 feet from the front, about 50 feet from Ryle, 40 feet from Verabrar, from Elders.
Perfect. Verabrar will use his full movement and then a dash action to get to the left-hand white, and will attack him with his rapier. Uh, 23 for 14.
All right. Is it the one on the left or the right?
Yes, the one on the left.
All right. He's even further away because it's the angle. So you're the only one to be able to reach him. The guy's on the edges right now. So Ryle.
Okay. I am going to run up 30 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be within 20 or 30 feet of all of them. Is that right?
Well, they're spaced out, so you're going to be, you'll be within 30 feet of the first. Well, hold on.
Well, if you're in the middle of the room, they're all
It's a
within 30 feet of
30-foot
you, right?
cube. It's a 30-foot cube centered on you. So you'll be within 15 feet of them to hit them. You would be within range of 3, but you have
I
to
know.
be further than that to be in range
I know, but I would be within 30 feet of all of them, right?
of 3 of them.
No,
30
30 feet of
not
of
all.
all of them.
15 feet of 3, 30 feet of all. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to get within 30 feet of all of them, and I'm going to cast.
Okay,
Channel
you're
Divinity.
within 30 feet of the 3 in the middle. The 2 on the edges are outside of that.
Okay.
No, the 30-foot thing for Spirit Guardians is not what he's talking about. It's 30 feet to both sides.
I know.
Yeah. So
This
okay.
room's only 50 feet wide.
Oh, you're right. Okay, I apologize. Yeah, I'm not good with spatial awareness. I apologize. That's why I like roll 20.
Okay. So I'm going to run up to them, and I'm going to cast Channel Divinity. The undead, or
Turn undead.
what's it called? Yeah, the turn undead. So they all have to make a DC 14 Wisdom save, or they get turned.
Okay. All right. All right.
And 3 of them will get a -4.
Yeah, didn't matter. They almost all of them rolled shit.
Oh, jeez.
Turned all the undead.
Okay, it's as an action, you present your holy symbol, blah blah blah. Turn
Right.
creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet. For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there is nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action.
All right. Or until it takes any damage. Okay.
So basically,
Very good.
basically those three around me are probably going to get unturned.
All
Does the
right.
damage happen at the end of their turn or the beginning?
It doesn't take any damage. They just have to run away on their turn. On their turn. They can only run away.
Yeah, but the middle three are going to get Spirit Guardians. So
They're out of range of Spirit Guardians. He's still 30. He's still.
Yeah, you're right.
20 feet away from.
Yeah. Cool.
that was smart.
All right. Arafel.
And it's just if they take damage that they no longer turned, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Turned down for what? Sorry, I'm just thinking. All right. I'm going to, on the one closest to, one of the ones that are closest to Ryle, I'm going to use Vicious Mockery. I'm going to say, what are you running from? I thought you guys were hunters. DC 15 Wisdom.
All right, that is a failure. Which there's the three in the middle are the ones closest to Ryle. Which one do you do it on? Left, right, or middle?
Whichever one, the left one, whichever one was attacked by Veribar.
That's the far
Well,
left one.
the one
never
attacked by
mind,
Veribar is
sorry.
not. The one attacked by Veribar is not near Ryle.
So one of, it doesn't matter. The one closest to the left.
Okay.
And let me just roll that damage. If I could find, it's hard to see the dice roller with the map in the background. 4 damage.
All right.
Actually, can I make it the one closest to Caldrus?
Caldus and Ryle. Caldus is like 10 feet behind Ryle.
Oh, okay.
I'm just throwing.
Yeah, so that left one is good.
Caldus, it is your turn. They are about 40 feet away from you.
I can't stow one weapon and get another one out all in one turn, huh?
Sorry?
I can't stow one weapon and get another one out in the same turn, huh?
You can probably drop it.
Yeah, you can drop another one.
But then it'll be back here and I'll be boned.
Well, until you pick it up.
Yeah. I'm going to move 30 feet forward and take the dodge action.
Okay. Very good. Horses are dead. Whites. So one of them made a save. The other one just took a little bit of damage, so he snapped out of it. The other three do have to run away. Arafel, you get attack on one of them.
Don't do it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna not do that because I'll wake him up.
I'm sorry, Veribar, you get attack on one of them.
I've already injured this one. Do I get a sneak attack on an attack of opportunity? How does that work?
You could if you didn't already use it on your attack that hit.
Okay, so
Like if you attack,
Okay.
if you attacked and missed, and you got sneak attack, you could then you gotta
Okay, so it's
If you
one
attack
sneak
him,
attack
miss.
per round, not one per
Per
my
round.
turn. Okay. Then in that case, I will not attack.
you still attack. You just can't do sneak attack.
Yeah, but I don't want to wake him up because the one in front of me is still.
Wait,
I see.
confused.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Were all of them turned or just the 3?
4 of them were.
I should have
Four of
attacked
them.
the one that
You
wasn't
un-
turned. I'm an idiot. Yeah, Oh wait,
Yeah, it's alright.
yeah. I don't. I thought for some reason I thought all of them were turned. My
I
bad.
thought all of them were turned too.
I said 4 were. You guys didn't ask which one wasn't. So
No,
didn't tell
he
you.
did say.
You didn't say which one you attacked either.
No, he said he attacked the
Yes, I did.
middle left one,
Oh, yeah,
I've
I'm
got it.
guessing that was.
not the one.
That
if you said the right one, it wouldn't have mattered.
But yeah, so I will let
fair
it
with
go.
you guys. The one thing you can't accuse me of is being an unfair DM.
You're not.
I enjoy thank you, but only with your own dumbassness. All right, so you're not attacking him, so they're going to run away. The room's another 30 feet or so back, so they're going to run back to the back of the room, and they are going to take the dodge action. The other two, they really, really don't like that. They are going to draw their swords, and they are going to approach the cleric.
And I don't think they can actually make it to me. Because they enter Spirit Guardians.
Oh, that's right. No, I don't. Actually, no. They're intelligent. They're not going to go through Spirit Guardians. They're not that dumb. They wouldn't do it with their swords, at least.
One of them has disadvantage.
Yes, one does have disadvantage. I remember. Thank you. So they will not draw their swords. They do want to kill the cleric to get rid of the holy energy in the room. They will take a few more steps back, go back another. They'll also go back to the back of the wall, but they're going to be able to attack. They're going in order, and they will attempt to shoot the cleric some more. That will be a hit.
Okay, do you roll above a 23? Because I'm going to shield if he didn't.
And is he one of the
You-
3 for the negative? I'll stop talking now.
Actually, that's a good point. Yes, they'll say this is the first guy with the disadvantage. That's going to miss because of disadvantage. That'll miss because of disadvantage. Second guy will hit. Are you using shield?
Is he banged?
This guy,
this
the last
guy is. Yep,
Right?
he is baned actually. So let's.
Oh.
And
So he's going to
he-
miss because of bane, and it'll miss. All right. Yep. You guys' status effects. Look at you being all battlefield controlling and planning shit. So proud of you. What happened to the
Mm.
that just ran hell mel into the monastery? Fuck with a lich without a plan.
7 times.
We had Greece for that opportunity.
You guys
Man.
are. Sorry.
Liches are like the key to untold power if you don't piss them off or whatever. Have them cast time stop on you.
Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Yeah, I like being useful instead of being embarrassed.
Yeah. This character certainly has more combat diversity than the old Gothic approach.
At least you were able to cast Shatter every once in a while. I just stunned and punched. Stunned and punched.
But that stunning
Sorry,
and punching
Jeff.
was very helpful.
Yeah. That it was.
Did your
Oh.
cursed weapon not give you a spell?
No, it didn't.
That sucks.
It gave me, like, control air elementals, and we never met one again.
Yeah, that's what happened to me with Control Earth Elemental. Never saw one.
All right, guys. Are we done?
Yep.
Let's see where we at. I believe it is Ryle's turn. No, that's right. We're doing Fairbar's turn. Fairbar.
Verabrar will attack the closest woken up white.
Okay.
there are two of them kind of now bunched together in the middle of the room, kind of in the back against the back wall. I mean, they're far away, but you have enough movement because of roguish things where you can dash and get.
Well,
to them.
aren't there two that just attacked and stayed kind of where they were, or did they run away too?
No, they ran away because they want to kill the cleric, but he has Spirit Guardians up. They're not going to get into Spirit Guardian range.
Okay, so they just like shot arrows and ran away.
Yeah, they there's the three of them that ran away in terror, and then there's the two that moved away strategically to try and shoot the cleric.
Will shoot. I will attack. I will run up and attack the left, the closest one, I guess, the one that Arafiel attacked as well.
Okay. Now again, they did move into they moved closer together for defense purposes, so they're within 5 feet of each other now.
Oh, that's shitty. So will I be in range of multiple of them, or they're just within 5 feet of each other?
They're within 5 feet of each other. So I mean, if you get into melee range with one, you'll be in melee range of both of them.
That's okay. A 14 for 5. That was a terrible damage roll.
All right. Is that the one? There's two of them. There was one.
The one that got insulted.
Okay.
So the one that's
For
already
5
taken
damage?
Yeah, for 5 damage.
All right. Ryle. They've moved a bit further back again. They're now again about 50 feet away, but they have nowhere else to go.
Okay, if I run up to them, will the turned whites be out of Spirit Guardian range?
Two of you'll be in. You can have range of 3 of them. The other 2 are hiding in the corners.
No, I want to be out of range of all of them if I can. Is there a way that I can? Or out of range of the turned ones.
The 2 of them are bunched up. The 2 of them are bunched up. The 2 that are on the edges have run to the corners. The other one that was in the middle is kind of like against the back wall. There where the other 2 are. So you're gonna get, if you get the 2 that are attacking, you'll get the third one as well. We'll say if you'd have to be like, you have to be very careful with it. I'll have you make an Arcana roll, we'll say, to see if you can control exactly where the edge is.
Wait, hold up.
Okay.
I think I can say that he. Let me look at Spirit Guardians real quick. I think I can not affect the one.
Oh, and name him.
Okay, if that's the case, you can absolutely do that.
Okay, well, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to run up to the 2. I'm going to smack the one with Booming Blade, and I'm going to move my spiritual weapon, which is still too far away. And I can't find Booming Blade. Oh, I rolled a 23. So the one that was disadvantaged before. So I do a total of 8 damage, and Spirit Guardians will do 13 to the 2 on their turn.
All right.
That should be in melee range of both of them, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, no, you're outside. You're outside of melee. They moved back from you, so they're out. You had to move more than 30 feet to get in melee range.
Oh, okay, then never mind. I guess it didn't hit him. I would have cast Toll the Dead then. I thought I could get in melee range. So DC 14 Wisdom save on the one that was disadvantaged.
Okay. Unfortunately, he does make that. Also, Verabart, you do not have a magic weapon, right?
No. I might need one of those. We have a bunch of money.
Oh, wait, it's disadvantage on that save. Hold on. Still makes it. Okay. All right. All right. Who's up now? That was Ryle. So, Arafel.
Did he make it, or did he make that
He
save? Okay.
Yeah, he made a save.
How long is the room from the door to where these to the end wall? Like, where are these whites from the door to this room?
About 100 feet back at this point. They're basically back against the wall.
All right, so
The non-turned whites are about 5 feet from the wall. The turned whites are like trying to claw through it.
all right, I'm just going to run 30 feet towards them because I'm still at the entrance to the room. I can't do anything to any of them. I don't have range on any. Actually, let me see. I'll
moving-
shoot. Yeah, I'll run in 30 feet towards them. So the 10 feet of the hallway and then another 20 feet. And I'll shoot my crossbow at the one that I had used the Vicious Mockery on the last time. I think that was the one to the
I
left.
gotta mark which one.
Okay. So that's within 80 feet. But I doubt it. 10 hits.
10 does not hit.
All right. And that's my turn.
All right. Caldus.
I stomp up to one of these assholes. And, let me see if Divine Smite makes it count as magical. It doesn't
I
look
think
like
it
it.
does. Nope. Okay.
Radiant damage. I'm gonna attack twice with my longsword.
Okay.
So my first swing is going to be 20 to hit for 6 damage. And I will go ahead and use a Divine Smite to do an extra 3d8, I guess. To do 15 more damage on my first swing, and how does that leave the guy sitting?
Okay, hold on. So it's 15 total or 15 radiant on top of the flashing?
So 6 slashing, 15 radiant.
Okay. He doesn't like that very much at all.
Okay, well the next one will be a 23 to hit, 8 slashing damage, and then if he's still alive, I will do another smite.
Okay. He is not alive, but he is still up.
Well, listen here, you.
If he is undead,
9 radiant.
What's the smite damage? 9 radiant?
9 radiant.
All right. He is still up, although looking rickety.
Yep.
So first things is they have to make their. What was the damage on the Spirit Guardians?
13.
13. Okay. No longer a disadvantage because the Bard went. First guy makes a save. Second guy fails it. So first guy only takes half damage, takes 7. Oh, that's. They're both still up, although the one that's been beaten on is looking very drippy. And they are going to draw their swords and start stabbing at Caldris, because he's a melee. Crit. Caldris AC is 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So just the one hits. That'll be with their longsword. So they're going to be critting you with that. Oh, a D10. Uh, 14 damage from that longsword strike.
Okay.
Okay, but just the one they keep swinging at you, but only one manages to get past your guard. The other three continue trying to claw through the walls and take the dodge actions. Back to the top, which is Verabrar. Verabrar.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I still do.
muted. Wait, what?
I was answering AFO.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Now that somebody else on my team is up in melee range, I will take my sneak attack damage. So it'll be a 20 for 16.
Okay, that's another one that's already been wounded.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, he had 1 hit point left and only because he made his save against the Spirit Guardians, so he goes down. All right. Ryle, you can now get in melee.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to the one guy that's left. I'm gonna cast Booming Blade and miss completely, and I'm going to move my spirit weapon or spiritual weapon.
Mhm.
It should have been able to move 60 feet from where I cast it. So would it be able to reach it this time?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to swing at the white, and I rolled a 12. I assume that doesn't hit.
It does not hit.
Okay. Well, that's it.
Okay.
Spirit
Very good.
Guardians will do 18 damage next turn. I rolled 666.
All right, very good. Arafel.
I'm gonna move 20, 30 feet as far as I need to get to be within range of the melee actors.
Yep, you're still you're 60 feet across. You're still 40 feet from the back wall. You won't be in melee.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, to be within range of those guys of some of my spells, so within like 30, 40 feet. So I think I'm good. And there's just the one there, right? That you're fighting with, Ryle.
Yeah, there's 2 there, but only one of them is awake.
Can I get both of them with a shatter without hitting Ryle or anybody else?
No, you're going to hit all 3 of your companions if you shoot a shatter over there.
Let me just see something. I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on Caldra so he doesn't take any more hits like that.
All right.
And I'm going to start going towards one of the other side, a little bit closer to one of the whites, away from them. Towards the
Okay.
right, maybe.
All righty. Guys, if you like, this white's going to go down, by the way, with the Spirit Guardians. You guys are going to just take these things one by one. You're going to beat it. It's getting late. If you like, we can just say you guys finish off the fight.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to do them one by one, so I'm okay with that. It's just going to be us beating on them one by one while they have a bunch of hit points.
Yeah. And in a group, if they could have gotten you guys, like, I was hoping one of you would try and get past the horses too quickly and maybe get surrounded. But in this case, either that or they'd actually hit with their goddamn longbows occasionally. But since they didn't do enough damage down, they're not going to be able to beat you at this point. So, you guys finish off the undead. You'll be taking a few more scratches, nothing dangerous.
In one of the corners, there is a chest that the key fits in.
There's another key.
I forget who has the key.
I had it and I handed it out to somebody. So if nobody took it for me, I'll
Okay,
go open
and
it.
tested
Okay.
it on the door and then never gave it to anybody else. So I still have it, I guess. So I'll take this one as well.
All right. Keep
And
it then.
I'll
Twist open.
string them both on a piece of twine, and I'll tie that twine around my neck so I don't lose them.
Okay. Like I said, the key you found on the dwarf fits in the chest at the back of the room.
Yeah, there's not a new key.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
said one
there's
of
a
the
chest.
whites had a key. Never mind.
No, I said
Um,
there's a chest in the back of the room that the key fits in.
Oh, in that case, I'll totally open it.
Okay, fireball goes
yeah.
off. No. No, you're fine. There's 3 sacks inside the chest. They look to be made of the skin of some sort of skin, some sort of leathery skin.
Oh, that's got to be people's skin. That's pretty gross, but I'm still gonna open them.
Okay. Inside of one is a whole bunch of gold coins, 600 to be precise.
Hmm.
Inside the second are 6 gems, worth 50 gold each. Inside the third, it just seems to be a bag of sand.
I am gonna take the time to identify it.
Okay. Are you casting Identify, or are you just doing Arcana check?
Well, I don't have identify anymore, so I'm gonna do an Arcana check.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check.
13. Oh wow.
Can I? Oh, never
Is that
mind.
13 or 18?
13. Sorry.
15? 1-5?
1-3. Sorry.
What's the number?
1-3.
3.
1-3. All right, give me 1 second here. Not sure what quality of size it is. Uncommon. Okay. Yeah, you. Oh, that's actually all right. This is uncommon. Okay. That is a Dust of Disappearance. There is enough. What you can do is you can take that and throw it up in the air, and it will cause you to disappear. It's basically casting invisible on yourself.
I'm gonna hand it to Verabrar, or hand it back to Verabrar and say, "Make you go bye bye."
Oh, actually, apologize. Verabrar, when you use that, you throw it up in the air. You and every creature and object within 10 feet of you become invisible for 2d4 minutes. But if you attack or cast a spell, it ends.
It's pretty awesome.
Okay.
The sacks, what size are they? Because the one holding 600 gold coins, does it seem like it's too small to carry 600 gold coins, or is it proportional?
No, they're good sized sacks.
All right, I just wanted to see if it was a bag of holding.
It is not a bag. It is not to appearances a bag of holding.
All right.
That was
You're
an
not
option
that
on the
lucky.
chart. You did not get the bag of holding. You got the Dust of Disappearance.
Even better.
All right. I just added those to the team treasure page.
After killing these guys and looking them over, do they have anything useful on them?
No, they did not. They didn't have long swords and longbows, but beyond that, no.
All right. Can we just do like a quick run through of the rest of the tower? Make
Or-
sure there aren't more
Sure.
of these guys.
Besides for a shrine of Orcus in the back tower, there's nothing interesting.
Okay.
It's just a shrine.
I mean, just a shrine. It's Orcus is the demon lord of the undead, so it's not surprising that a bunch of undead wights, would have a shrine to him. But there is a shrine to Orcus.
Okay. Would I be able to destroy the shrine?
Oh yeah, you could go to town with a hammer and trash it.
Before he does that, I'm gonna take out some charcoal and some paper and draw a picture of it and take some notes.
Yeah, I would do some sort of ritual to destroy it as best I could.
Yeah, no problem. You can have all the fun you want there for a couple hours trashing the trashing it. I think you'd even if you have Sanctify or something like that, you could cleanse it completely. I'm not sure what kind of spells you have for that, but there are ways of doing it.
I don't think I have it. Or I don't think I have it prepared. But
Well, we're taking a rest, so you can come back. But
well, it's
So we'll
fine. I
hand
just
that-
want to get rid of it.
do I know anything about like having to burn undead bodies or bury them to prevent them from waking up again? Because if I don't, I'm going to burn them anyway.
Okay. Give me an Arcana or Religion check.
11.
I mean, you're not sure about this particular kind of undead. Vampires you have to, kill in their coffins. Folk tales say you have to bury them at crossroads and cut off their heads or burn the bodies. But you don't know anything particular about these.
I'm going to just drag them outside and build a pyre. Just in case.
Okay. You do that, and you will definitely have a you'll have a audience of the townsfolk
Good.
who stare incredulously as you desecrate the corpses of the desecrated lords.
I'm going to tell them that the undead menace that threatened their town is now gone.
A few of them are crying. You don't know if in fear or relief or anger, but it's a very muted experience. Well, it's hard to tell what they're thinking. They're not really being too super expressive, but we will handle that next week. Thank you all for playing.
All right.
I know it's 1 in the morning there on the East Coast, so I don't want you guys to. Actually, no, later than that. It's 2 in the morning.
Oh, it's 2 in the morning. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Powering through.
I will let you guys get to your beauty sleep. Thank you so much for playing. We will talk again next week. Hopefully, I will be on role play.
Alrighty. Talk to you guys later.
I did tell you guys that I'm out of town the first week of August, right?
You did now.
I believe you have mentioned that. Yes, I
Okay.
have a vague recollection. That remind me next week.
I
Okay.
am out of town the last week of August and will not be able to play.
Okay. So a couple of weeks in
feel free.
August.
All
Feel
right.
free. Okay.
Yeah, you can play
We'll
that.
replace you with someone else.
All right.
Thanks
and
again,
let me
Ken.
know. Yeah, Ken.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Have a good one. It's always
Great
fun.
session.